Oh, hi everybody, and welcome back to Kain Plays Pyre. Let's get right back into it. So last time, we had sent off Jodariel, and who else did we send off? We sent off Jodariel, we sent off the other guy, Headwind, and somebody else. So I'm not sure how many rights we have left, but I'd like to send back Pamitha. I'd probably like to send back Volfred, but I need to up his shit a lot. I think it picks from the top 3 Enlightenment characters, so I basically would have to get him up quite a bit, up to near rank 4. So I use just him over the next course. I just have to get him past these 2, so I can pass rank 4. So I just use these 3 for the next several rights. I might be able to do it. We'll see. So today might be a bit of a shorter stream as well. I'm not sure how much left I have in this game, but I would guess maybe like 2 hours. After that, we're going to play Dread Out, which is like a spooky ghost game or something. I basically just kind of looked through my Steam library for things that are about 3 hours long or so, just to see what we can play and to fill up the stream, but it still might end up being ending a little bit earlier. I don't really want to start anything too intensive because I am going to start Hollow Knight on Friday. So, let's get to it. There's no time now to return to Moonlight Alcove as before, as the stars already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the Khan of Hall. Take off! Whee! Wolford approaches as you fly above his hidden lair in the Moonlight Alcove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Our dear Alcove, we asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone if it isn't already. We shall not be returning. Well, I guess that answers that question. We've not the time to do so anyway, and with Orlek back among the living now, and no longer fond of me, I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all this is over, those who do not manage return, we shall have to find another place to try to live at least. This next place is like kind of far down. Can I like speed fly? Oh shit, I can speed fly. What's that? Your flight takes you near to where you breach the storm wall into Deathless Tempest. With the climate and the downside intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from its confines and started to ravage the other regions of the land. Okay. Who are we going up against? I don't even remember. The forbidding current of Hob lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shack's 6 soldiers, that's still so hard to say, shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flagging hands. If you know its true significance as we do, although your adversary is the essence, should be on their way there. Is that Pamitha's sister? Tamitha? Soon you shall confront them once again. What do we got here? Use the presence here, bearing word of your adversary Tamitha, or so come and express an interest in taking the road. Alright, let's land here. Check out stuff about Tamitha. The Book of Rites page, huh? Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, the light and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us, and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text, to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. Okay. Actually, I wanted to look at that. What was the Great Titans? Which one am I missing information? Okay, we did the Widow. We did Suntress, Sonaris. The Limbless Arazak. Lord Gundrock. Time Singer Horn. Yaslak. Xervius Horse-Headed. Shack 6 soldiers. Alright, so let's try and remember that for when we go to... Might try to get the other information. Contact the apparition. As you walk through the dark corner of Shunt, you sense a presence of some sort, which reaches out to you. It presents to you a vision of the adversary you expect to face in the coming right. The apparition is aware of your next adversary in the right's Tamitha. It offers to sway the coming right against her in your favor. Except in your adversary shall suffer misfortune that inhibits her performance. Nothing permanent claims. Decline, and the apparition shall extend its offer to Tamitha instead. I mean... Sure, whatever. You thank the apparition for his generous offer and accept what is proposed. A moment later, the apparition folds in on itself and disappears. As you head back to the Black Wagon, you can't help but wonder what exactly it intends to do. Tamitha shall suffer -2 quickness on the next right. That's pretty good for me. Victory at any cost. Yeah, sick a ghost on her? Hey man. Everyone likes ghosts. I've been really wanting to watch Extreme Ghostbusters again for some reason. I really wish they would put that on Netflix. Although, for all I know, it is on Netflix. I haven't even looked. Halt, everyone. I beg you, please forgive my rudeness here. Blackwagon has shuddered to a stop and wrote to the Khan of Hob. There's some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still. Stannis Baratheon style. That's more of like a weird ghost demon baby thing. Also, spoilers. Someone is there, along a path ahead. He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution. Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken. A tense moment passes, then another. Then, the lone minstrel tenses up. Our guest, he is there. Is it another ghost? You look toward where he signals, and then, at last, you see the cause of his concern. There's no mistaking who it is. Orlak. Orlak stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rocks jutting from the rocky pathways, a fair distance away. Finally saw my show and made like $10. Nice. What are we gonna do with that? Buy more random shit for PUBG? He stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet he shows no sign of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something. Likely for you all. The lone minstrel gets your attention, quietly. Reader, what do your senses tell you this at this time? Orlak may have come with ill intent. Let's hail him. Try talking to him. There has to be a way to reason with Orlak and bridge the differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. Perhaps you are correct. Let's try and make contact with him, then as we proceed. Give the signal for the drive imps to start the wagon and head toward him. But just as you reach the point where Orlak once stood, it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course. Weird. Indeed, Orlak is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. The wagon finally reaches the Cairn of Hob, where still there's no sign of Orlak or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rite's commencement. Hey guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, like frowning, stuff like that. Something happened there or what? I heard a crazy story that she just flew on out of here or something. Anyways, what do you got for me? While the barrier's triumvirate is banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. That's pretty good. Whatever, I don't really want anything from you. Leaving so soon, guys? Something is wrong. Someone is here, alone with you. Hey, it's Orlak. Hey, what's this? Xylobones. Given present circumstances, now seems not to be the time to be focusing on the book rights. Fine, I'll talk to him first. Orlak seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you cannot tell. What he is doing here, and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. Maybe he's a ghost. You watch him go about whatever he is doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. This wagon, it is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. Well, maybe you weren't being such a dick, you'd be more welcome. I was just gonna about to comment, I'm just gonna read my book, Home Invader. Look, man, sometimes you just gotta read a book. The book is magic. Maybe it will be helpful magic. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Say you are their friend. You tell Orlek that you have traveled all across the downside with this group and count them as your trusted friends. It is a different group now than in his day. My friend, is it? Beware then. For the Nightwings do not always treat their friends with all due charity. Look, man. I understand why you're upset, but, like, chill. Relay to them a message for me, Shadow. Tell them, I shall have my night. He strides past you, towards the door, but then he turns to you again once more. I shall have my night. Then Orlek is gone. Okay, bye. The Cavern of Howl. Ironic that the shattered remnants of the Bone Titan fuck that goddamn name, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as forbidding as when the hard monster still possessed unnatural life. After a little Hob dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's pieces fell into the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones, which Hob marked. Further, traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. Six Shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil then, in the dancing light. Okay, Batman. He's not Batman. He didn't disappear while I was looking at him. Or while I turned my back. Let's play the xylophone. Alright. Some of your commands turn as you exit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Orlek. Most concerning, reader. Though I'm thankful that you are well, Orlek, he always was a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps we had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events. You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the Black Wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the drive imps seem calm. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. Try to clear your mind, for the rite is soon to commence. Let's get it on. Let's go play some magic basketball. Pyre finds you as everyone is preparing for the coming rite against the Essence. Despite this meaning yet another confrontation with her blood sister, she seems very calm. Pyre, I'm sorry to sick the ghost on your sister. She'll be fine. I know what you're thinking, reader, darling, so let me assuage any misgivings you might have. It was strictly business between me and Tamitha this time. Believe me, I know there's nothing I can do for her. I'm nothing to her, but I still can be used to all of you. I got Tamitha in here as I was tired of our kind throwing ourselves against the Commonwealth's lances. Maybe this plan of ours might finally ensure an end to all that. She flies off to join the others just as night begins to fall and usher in the stars. My sister's kind of a bitch and she's going down. Hey Seth, what's going on? Did we get another one? Is this one new? After your averages grasp the orb, the aura shall surely shrink rather than vanish. That's fine, we can turn that on. What other ones were we missing? I don't think I did Dullness.
Dullness, the locket.
I don't even fucking remember. I did this one, didn't I? Yeah. Limerick, Zarzak, so was Horse-Headed. I don't think I did Bealthus. But I'll only turn on 2 for now. How many right Titans were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it should be all of them then. So many Titans. God, what is this fucking Titan Quest? And or Shadow of the Colossus?
her remaining retinue of miscreants.
That's me.
You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one.
Sure
Your
did.
adversaries, the Essence. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
Whatever. I'm gonna wreck them. Once more does this Commonwealth filth darken an already inauspicious night. Pamatha remains steady alongside your fellow exiles, and shows no response to being in the presence of her blood sister once again. Tamitha looks right at her the entire time she speaks, but never once acknowledges her directly. But there is no more need for any talk between our kind. We are forever at cross purposes. No further proof is needed than these circumstances under which we meet. Pamatha does not acknowledge her. You sense only that she is focused on the right, set to commence any moment now. Okay.
Choose now your band of traitors.
Okay, look, Vox, I'm gonna need you to calm your fucking tits. We'll try out Volford. Actually, we're gonna... Yeah, Volford. Yeah. Oh god, no. No. I wanted to cancel that. Just equip him with a talisman. Oh, well, it's too late now. Can I go back? Restart right. Whatever. Meant to equip that guy, and I hit proceed instead of cancel because I am a stupid.
Go on then.
Pamatha! What do you have? What can I... Dowsing Pyre... Bearer's power requires equal... Up to 50%, whatever. Can't read anymore. Remains while grasping orb, but cannot be cast. After getting banished, Bearer either returns with infinite stamina or fast-moving howler. I don't remember what this dude does, if I'm being honest. Sprout, he makes the little sprout thing. He has a shield, and he has a blink. Let's try giving him this cursed one. Fuck it. What's the worst that could happen with a curse trinket?
With that out of the way,
We await the ancient rites commencement. Come forth, you Commonwealth scum. Sisters, show them no quarter. That's a good song. I especially like the tool cover.
commence.
Oh. Whew. Okay, I don't even know what this fucking... Where's the fucking... Wow, okay. Where's the orb? Oh, there it is.
Night wings make their mark upon the flame.
We did a thing!
It was dangerously close.
Was it though? This guy's got a large aura, I'll give him that. Ha! Get blocked, son!
A wonderful performance, old friend.
Okay. Kinda understand how he plays.
There.
Whee!
Their pyre shan't survive much more of that.
How patently absurd to be losing once more to this filth. Is that what you wanted, Pamatha? To get inside my head? Damn you! But I cannot get you out. Ever the burden, little sister. Ever the burden. Stand ready, then, you dregs of the Commonwealth. My sisters and I shall vanquish you here, as our sisters on the other side shall tear apart your nation. Okay. Get wrecked, son. Ah. Ah, wrong button. No, it made me drop it. Oh god, I lost track of my character. This guy's real fucking slow though, holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, their challenges, they're kind of difficult to do sometimes.
Flames grow weak.
Douse within 5 seconds of hitting T. I mean, that's not that difficult. Although I've literally never saluted in a game. Wow, we just shield fucking banged ourselves. Usually you don't have, like, time to, like, salute. Oh, they got me. Hey, come back here.
Your pyre weakens.
Bye.
Her wings have served her.
Oh, there's still 3 left? Fuck you guys, man.
Now more than a lick of flame remains.
Your pyre's, like, not even lit right now. Oh.
Burning flame to ash.
Oh, they're scoring a little bit at least. Good for them. What? Seriously? Wow, okay. I like they can just fly above the whole freaking goddamn shit. Nope, goodbye. Oh my god, I flew right over the fucking pyre and just nothing happened. Thank you. Damn. I guess it gets, does it get like harder to hit when it's like lower? That's annoying.
Their pyre nearly was extinguished there, but no.
Hey, fuck you, guy.
The rite is ended.
We win again! We have been vanquished for the while, but our sisters on the other side shall crush the Commonwealth, with or without our aid.
Bask
Yeah, like how you just noticed that? Look, man.
wisdom of the sky.
I'm still not even convinced.
That Beaufort always was a little slow to pick things.
It's been a while since my last outings in the right. Begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. If Wolford is banished, the sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until it returns. After casting Sprout, Wolford's sapling spawns faster than usual and gains a larger aura. After casting Sprout, Wolford may remotely detonate his sapling in an aura burst. When Wolford and his allies are banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Once per right, if Wolford's adversaries extinguish his pyre, it is restored by +10 instead. While using a shield ability, Wolford shields his allies as well. That's pretty good. Wolford permanently gains +5 hope, hastening how quickly returns from banishment. Once per right, if Wolford's adversary extinguished pyre, restored by +40 instead. All of these are pretty good. We can go with this one.
'Tis the wisdom of
More defensive
old
tree.
times. May misfortune find you ere the turning of the stars.
That was the first time I ever got like it down to like a single digit number. Fucking pain in the ass. Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they defeated the Essence in a narrow victory. It is plain to you that none of them look well. The lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you. Reader, the faster turning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. It is fortunate that your other companions are available to conduct this coming rite, because I fear that this group here requires rest. What do you mean other companions? There's literally only like 2 other people. You bid Pamitha a swift recovery, and she nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Bertrude, who seems exhausted after the last raid. As for Volford, it is clear he wishes to be left alone right now. How the fuck am I supposed to get Volford up enough to the levels to leave if he fucking can't even use them? God damn it. You guys are pissing me off. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them and turn your attention to the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. Kill me here, guys. Bertrude got banishment. Did Fulford not get it? Okay. Stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Seek now your destination. Although I still don't think I'll be able to get him up high enough, even if I use him in every right. Oh well. We are 20-0. That's a pretty good record, right? Whoopsies. Alright, here we got the Tempers here. The Fate. The Accusers. that it? Just those three? Kind of leaning towards the accusers. I see it's time we met again with Lendl and the accusers. We can make for the nest of Trieste at first light, my girl. Let us recover through the night, for now. It is too late to do much else. Hello, my girl. Tizo and I. We were just reminiscing on old times. What? Tizo's happy to have Wolford back among the Nightwings once again. Thank you, Tizo. I'm happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though you understand why we were forced to be apart for so long, don't you? Tizo indicates he understands full well. I trust that Tariq provided some good company and song during the intervening time. Tizo confirms he did enjoy traveling alongside the lone minstrel for some time. And there he is, right on cue. Something I can do for you, Wilfred, sir? Wilfred laughed warmly at this. No, Tariq. We are well enough for now. Tizo and I, we were just remembering the time when we first met, the three of us. Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall. He was merely being circumspect. I'm sure Tizo has the sharpest instincts of us all. But the bite he gave you, sir, left a permanent impression, did it not? It did indeed. Consider a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. Alright, guys, apparently we have to start biting each other as marks of friendship. Hard enough to leave imprints. Good reminder that, despite the challenges we faced together in the past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary. Likewise, I can say the same, sir. Tizo shares the sentiment as well. Wilfred turns to you. I should apologize, my girl. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we're skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it isn't my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. The Nightwings that you know, we are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of us who share some kinship from the past, I suppose we cannot help but seek some warmth in it. But it should not be to the exclusion of the friendships that we forge right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit? Together, you, Wolford, Tizo, and the Lone Minstrel talk a while about the times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in one another's company again, having grown close through shared experiences in the past. It's the same, they have welcomed you into the group. In spite of the hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you share together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon, the conversation winds down, though it lifted all their spirits for the while. I like the Death Rogue and that new Druid card. The Death Knight Rogue I wasn't really too impressed with, but the new Druid card does seem pretty good. Doubtless the Locket. Doubtless you have seen Black Basin, whose seething fissure yet spews a noxious flame and vapor at the stars. Then you have seen the remnants of the wrath of Dolnus, also called the Locket, for within himself he held the fires and the rage which shaped this very land. The Ash Titan, he did threaten to devour us as we delved deeper into the reaches of Downside, till we at last outsmarted him. Quenched his flames we did, when we lured an inauspicious storm his way. And so, whilst the Ash Titan has fled, the sopping coward, we can see his handiwork remains. The blackened crags forever shall bespeak the danger which he posed. What's the other one that we got? There it is. The Tattered Mantle. Well known as the treachery of the rope caller who conspired against the Emperor of Saw and set in motion the Empire's collapse. The knave did journey to the Downside after us. Our paths they never crossed, though he did meet his end. He wore the Tattered Mantle, wrought by the first Empress, and worn in every generation hence. The living mantle whispered wisdom in its wearer's ear. But on the Downside it cried out instead in protest. When the rope crawler retreated to his hard isle far at sea, the mantle gained new life, conjoining with the native imps. The Imp Titan was born, and grasped then the rope crawler in its fist, in its first and last embrace. Okay, weird. Continue your journey. Take off. The unmistakable remains of Zilvus horse-headed, the mare titan, which protrude from the ash and firelight there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture, reader. The tale of a titan felled by Saint Trista Tethys, that is more unbelievable than the thought that some daring exiles over many years carved the titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home now to exiled harps, such as the Essence, whom he faced here when he first arrived. Even they do not know of the locale's sacred significance. Okay. Cool, I guess. What do we got here? He said the Volford might gain a deeper understanding of the rites along this route. Virtue and expressing entry and taking the... Alright, well, let's see if we can get Volford some enlightenment. That'd be useful. If we want to send him off, which I would like to do. For the plan. Having reached the Black Shore, you decide to accompany Volford for a walk among the harsh formations. The conversation soon turns to the matter of the rites, which you discuss at length. There's a fascinating analysis and an angle on the rites that I had not considered in full. By the time you return to the wagon, you sense you gain a deeper understanding of it all. Your time together calls Volford to gain enlightenment. Some at least. Continue your journey. Oh, god damn it, Vox. Rude.
Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Dick. You wake from a little sleep you managed this past night. Once more, the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. The voice truly is that of the Archjustice Androbilis the Ninth himself, as Volford indicated. Then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain their freedom. Tell him to suck you 21-0, Dick. I think I'm still 20-0. But soon to be 21-0, hopefully. Here in the untamed floor of the Black Basin, you encounter a messenger imp, come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Jodario, whom you liberated at the fall of Celium. You learn Jodario's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the Blood Border, on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Veil, an elite Blood Border platoon shrouded in secrecy other than the famous results of its operation. For a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. But she refused to gesture, rather bluntly the report suggests. Instead, she sought Volford's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters, and so the ranks of the Liberation grew stronger. The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be in Jodario's own words. All you can tell is that she says, "Await." Thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. Having someone of Jodario's will and stature with us on the other side shall pave the way toward a brighter future. We can envision it, a demon such as she, set loose within the Commonwealth. Tizo is fired up by the news of Jodario's return to the Commonwealth. Wonder what the rest of her message said. She is an inspiration to us all, or this night she is at least. The news of Jodario's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Commanders gain +1 hope for the next fight. Yay. Hey guys, it's you guys again. Just come on in and have a look around and all this stuff I got, okay? Got some good new stuff here pretty recently. Maybe you've seen it before, maybe not, I don't know. Oh, what do you got for me? Some fucking thing gives +1 quickness? Meh. Oh, that's permanent. We're gonna buy that. If it's permanent, I definitely want that shit. This is Jodario's old trinket, which we don't need anymore. I guess we can buy the permanent +1 hope as well. Yeah, we're gonna save it, hold that off on that one. Thanks, guys. Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. Thank you, Falcon Ron. Thank you. Who do I want to use? Who has the least amount of quickness? This motherfucker is slow as shit. I think I'm gonna use on him. I mean, it's only like +1, but still better than nothing. Forged findings. There's a simple pleasure to be found in forging about this place. Easy for a cur to say, of course. Though barren looking to the naked eye, the downside has its share of semi-hidden treasures waiting to be found. There's a nose for treasure, after all, which drew us here. Certain types of artifacts found in this place would fetch in a reasonable sum of soul, whether because they shine with inner light or due to other special properties. I've observed that stardust, freshly fallen from the heavens, sometimes glimmers in the afternoons. I've not found a use for it as of yet, although, because it brings me faith, perhaps I have indeed. The Nest of Triesta. The ashy effigy of the nightmare titan Zilvis Horseheaded looms as dark as ever on the precipice of Black Basin, where a chaotic influence sundered the land itself until it wept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Triesta Tithys finally laid to rest the greater titan with the power of the holy scepter of the empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Triesta thought that she could bear her children in the warmth there, but alas, now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. Fissures in the rock do pose more danger than one ought to invite, but a summons to the nest is to be honored. Cool, I guess. Commence the rite. Here, among the harsh formations of the Nest of Triesta, you await the signal of the stars. There's no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then little Imp Tizo fledges up to you. Tizo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendl. Tizo seems to be indicating Lendl has a personal vendetta against them. Tizo, what did you do to Lendl? Before we can explain anything further, the stars begin to call to you. Alright, so which one did I not do yet? Did I do Unfathomed Plumes? No, I don't think I did, actually. Because that one's like Lord Gandalf, maybe not? Dianthalus? I don't think I did Dianthalus. I think it's just these two, maybe? That I haven't done? I don't know. I'll try to give them that. I don't really like the idea of giving them +8 quickness, but like I guess we'll try it out. To follow slowly into the celestial hammer, holy water springs rearranged to form new cover patterns each time the pyre is doused or whatever.
I am still very cross with you.
Oh my god, I know, you've only mentioned it a million times. I'm pretty sure we already had this dialogue.
To the legacy of the Night Wings, but to the future of the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas.
Shut up, loud yell voice man. I know, right?
You a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite.
I'm gonna use a bunch of shitty fucking dudes on this one. This is gonna be a nightmare, actually. I probably should have turned on +8 quickness. Companions have assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there's still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. Little Tizo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. Then, someone leaps forth from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught you, you miserable beast. I knew it. After all this time, I knew they were still among their ranks. Tizo's angry to have stumbled into a apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended, here and now, and you, Nightwings, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp, Hob the Swallow. I'll show him now that he is a disgrace. Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendl is in the past. Lendl evidently has not let it go. Oh, shit, this is gonna be a shitty battle. Hey, Axel, what's going on?
Sir Gilman. Tizo.
And Volfred, I guess.
Volfred. Predictably decided.
This is my fault, Tizo. I was so inexperienced back then. I never should have pitted you against Lundel to begin with. Nightwings! The wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him, or any of you.
Begin.
Whee!
Your adversary's
Ha!
Pyre is the
Correct, son.
first to falter.
Oh god, oh god. Nope. Do not think so. Alright, that's a pass. Okay, apparently Tizo just burns up when he gets thrown into that.
How careless. Lendl plunged into your pyre.
Ow, really, Dick? Oh my god, I'm gonna get wrecked this game. 26.4? Hold still, you misbegotten little pox. We're not finished with you yet. Tizo utters at Lendl a slew of the absolute worst in profanity. Your curses shall not possibly affect me any further, you foul spawn, for you have taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be as doleful as my own. Yo, just a heads up, if I start to lose this, I will totally restart this, right? I don't give a fuck.
Speech and Pyre sputters.
God, you're so shitty, Tizo. How did I actually get that in? Okay, I guess jump doesn't jump anymore. Where's that even going? Shit. Ugh. Okay, I just jumped into him, so that was not smart. I'm doing like no damage to these guys either, because all of these dudes have shit for damage. He flies so slow. Oh my god, seriously?
The orb is up.
Woo, we got it in. Fuck you guys, fuck you guys. Luckily they don't know how to jump to hit a flying dude, apparently.
Now go on just once more.
Done! That was actually a really close one.
The Nightwings managed
Whew.
to prevail. Although their adversaries put up quite an effort,
I blame Ziski for that one.
the right is done.
Tizo's very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blast, where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp. It is a monster in disguise, a fiend come forth to torment me until the day I die. And we didn't even have to rewrite history. Look, man, I gotta keep my record going. I'm undefeated so far, I can't give that up. Tizo reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. What Lendl said before, if Tizo truly is a descendant of Hob the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to. I mean, he is a fiend, literally. Just because he's an imp doesn't make him a fiend. That's rude. Tizo gives thanks to Hob the Swallow for watching over and protecting him. Implode can banish adversaries in much water area. Tizo deals an additional 10 when dousing the adversary's pyre. That's a lot better. Yeah, let's go with that.
What is is it you recall there, Wilfred, my old friend?
The rights demand we act as of one mind, in perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I have grown more accustomed to being a part of the Nightwings of today. By using shield, it also shields allies, while currently has +5 hope and hastening how quickly it returns from banishment. I kind of like the being able to shield allies thing. No, it really does though. Look, man, that's like racist against imps, and I will not stand for that because like imps are cool and stuff. Like 1 mana 3/2, that's like so good. It proves little time for rest as the Black Wagon after your fellow. Rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles thwarted the accusers in spite of almost having lost. Those afflicted with banishment sickness seem to be doing better, at least, and express their gratitude to Sir Gilman, Teasel, and Volford for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips, but you can guess full well he has come to indicate what he has come to indicate to you, and follow him back out into the darkness. It's like how someone with unmarried parents is a bastard. Imps are fiends. That's what they are. That's their species. I don't know. Maybe they're demons. Are demons and fiends the same thing? What kind of... I mean, this doesn't look like a demon imp. I think there's different types of imps. You can't just be lumping all imps together. That's racist as well. The stars above seem to be few and fading, and yet one still shines, defiant. Oh, back to the golden star. I'm just saying, man, you're wrong. And you're rude to all of imp kind. You notice the lone minstrel standing there with you regarding the night sky. The gate guard and I, we have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Solheim for a long time. We have seen so much. And so, I'm a bit taken aback, is all, to see something which I have never seen. Look upon the stars together for a while, then I wish for you good fortune and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you there, alone, under the night. It has grown very late, and you need rest. The Black Wagon shall have to take flight again come morning. Yes, Tizo. Tizo has seemed somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lundo and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. Look how cute he is. Does he look like a fiend to you? He's like a big little fluff ball. He's basically like a cat. Cats aren't fiends. Tizo seems unhappy about something Lundell said to him. Actually, if anything, cats are probably more fiends than freaking this dude. Tizo understands full well why Lundell is angry with him. While Tizo does not like Lundell as a person, he recognized nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation right. He did what he felt was necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rites force exiles in such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether each scribes ever intended for imps such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes create the rites with good intentions. He promised to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. Bounds up into the rafters of some of the other drive imps. Regardless of whether he truly is an ancestor of Hob the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Unfathomable plumes. In all of this one's conquest, never has the Underking confronted such a foe as the Sea Titan. Plumes. That grand and hideous wench presented 9 inestimable peril for whomever sailed or swam the downside sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. The Underking was undeterred. Nay, this one made it his life's mission to give her recompense. Emboldened, having felled her cousin, Indriga, he drew her out of hiding, and then sailed the remains of Dazraban, the doomed ship with a sharpened prow, straight through her heart. Huzzah! So, okay, so like the end of Jaws 3. Got it. The catastrophic detonation which ensured left no surviving witnesses, save one. The Underking survives to speak of it, to write of it, which he shall do repeatedly. Amusing enough, in one of the versions of Jaws 3, his shark also explodes after they hit it with the sharpened prow of the ship. Don't ask me why. I feel like your character just made all that up. Nah, man, she understands. She can, like, read minds or something, so she can understand the imp or something. The accuser's formed under Galathian. He's a big man. He values justice, loyalty, steadfastness. Galathian, he says that the accusers take their name from one of his most accomplished legions from his former military days. All among them, in fact, served the Master General at one time. They represent the stoutest-hearted men and women of the Empire, who held true to Myr and Galathian to the end. The golden colors of their raiments are reminiscent of their old shining armor in his claim. Ever shall they seek out those with the truest spirits and the strongest sense of purpose to replenish the ranks. We are the Imp Whisperer. Yeah, you know, if this whole right thing doesn't work out, we can always get a reality TV show. Whee! Alright, what do we got? Tizo shall gain favor. Oh, there's a thing over here. Something appears different now about the sacred mountain west of here. The lands near Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Fall appear ashen. Huh. On the other hand, the once precarious regions below, which you know as Temple High Road and Temple Cistern, seem swept clean by the elements. The lone minstrel observes all alongside you. Inclement weather we have seen lately. We have lately seen, reader madame. We ought to be able to make landing closer to the Scribe's Gate now. Then I suppose this means we soon shall see Celeste once more. Then I shall go tell everyone to prepare for landing. So, Sir Gilman or Tizo? I guess we'll go with Tizo. I don't think I'll be using either of these dudes in the fucking next right, but you arrive once more at the old masonry of Mount Alodio. It appears that Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts have already arrived along the other route. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Volfred. Sweet, we can get him a sweet thing. Returned, have you? What is it you require? Then who exactly do you have in mind? Let's get Volfred up in here. You have sent her to administer one of her special trials for Volfred. That fancy-talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since the last we sparred like this. Then, let us bring him forth. Soon Volfred appears in heed of the summons. So it's my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my girl. Why can't they jump? Is it because they put down roots? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. A small sap yearns to be here. As you will, O Sandra the Unseeing. Proper as ever, then. Though I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, that you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead, and let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. This is gonna suck. Oh god. Nah. Dick! Just dashed into me like an asshole. What? No. What? How did I not have an R? What happened there? Oh, it was because of that fucking trinket I have equipped, wasn't it? Oh my god, can I not get stuck on the words? Ah! Seriously? Thank you. I don't know how many times I've gotten stuck on those fucking words, man, in this goddamn area. Whatever, we got it in at least. Oh, does that actually destroy the, Okay, I don't know how I did that. Okay, I guess I'll just die. I don't think I like this guy. Okay, his R is longer than mine. Good to know. Yeah, it's definitely that fucking goddamn trinket that I have equipped. I should probably unequip that, apparently. What? I was shielding! Come on! Oh my god, I hate you so much. Get fucked, bitches. Oh, I'm still probably gonna lose this one, but like... Okay, this is a bad choice, going this direction. Oh my god. Fuck you. Am I gonna come back as a howler? Nope. That means I have infinite stamina, though. Which means I can should... Okay, I definitely did not have infinite stamina. Fuck! I hate this guy. Maybe it's only infinite stamina for a certain amount of time. I was in the damn pyre! Come on! Oh, I'm a howler now. I guess this thing doesn't really do anything. Whatever. I should probably unequip that curse trinket. Oh, I'm still alive. I guess because of that ability that I have. Yo, fuck off, man. Well, good thing shield takes like all of your stamina. He is so slow. It is actual insanity. Oh, I lose. Can I bite you? Can I literally do anything? No? Alright. That's cool. I guess that trinket's a lot worse than I thought. Because the infinite stamina lasts all of like 2 seconds, and the howler is just like actually just you lose. Yes, we can do better. Let's try this again with a different trinket that doesn't make me automatically lose. Although this guy's still very not good at aggressive shit. Can I change this trinket? Or are you gonna give me the option to change this trinket? Probably not, huh? Fuck. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do this again. Okay, I guess we'll just fucking... Why is everyone so much faster than this shitty character? Alright, you know what? To the wagon. We're going to change this trinket, and then we're going to come back to this. Yeah, I need you to win with a primarily defensive champion. Is that cool? No, it's fucking not cool, jackasses. I mean, I can give like a boost to just like everything. Did I have one that gave me like quickness? Here, this will do. Best offense is a good defense, except when you actually have to score, it's not. I don't see you playing magic basketball, Seth. Can't even jump. Who plays basketball and they can't jump? Doesn't even make sense. Okay, I guess if they're just gonna walk into like all my shit, that's cool too. Bitch, don't, yeah, you come back here. I like that he's like 40% movement speed while I have the orb, and he still moves like a little at like a fucking crawl. Oh my god, I tried to throw the thing and it just didn't throw. So that was cool. I hate this guy so much. Oh, he's the exact same character, but his R is longer than mine. Okay. That's cool. Oh my god. These fucking words. Oh my god. Oh, I hate this dude so much. And this level. I also really hate this level. Yeah, go fuck yourself, asshole. If you're in your sapling, your R gets bigger. Actually, yeah, a little bit. I thought it did, but I wasn't sure. Like, even still, it's like not that much bigger. Okay, I guess when the trick is to just make sure the AI is to abuse the fucking AI because it's idiotic. These Maokai nerfs seemed a little heavy-handed, to be honest. I'm grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra. Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, Sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you, and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. He's just not made for aggressive shit. And when he's the only person you have, that's... You kind of have to be aggressive. Alright, let's see what trinket I got at least. I've not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left us something for us, did she? Lose bow. Wolford's blink ability transform further than usual, plus 50%. That's really good. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Tizo on a brief expedition to the monument of Jomor Menimane. Greetings to you once again, great-grandfather. You should know I often think of you. More often these days, even than before. The friends whom I now serve, I think that they could use your help, if you're willing to impart it. You know I do not like to ask for favors, but I think this is important. You return to the wagon, once he has finished paying his respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocations. Tizo gain +2 present for the next rite. If I do this, I'm gaining knowledge from the Book of Rites. You can impart some of its teaching. As Exile's path towards enlightenment is personal, you have to mentor them one at a time. Does that, like, increase the inspiration or increase their actual amount of EXP? Certainly, I'd appreciate your point of view. You illustrate to Volford some of the intricacies of the rite, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. I would hope so, because he used to do that. Okay, actually gets... Ooh, I gave him a private lesson. Just so, I might say, my girl, your understanding of the rites is more than I expected. It's Tizo. I tell you, but even the wiki doesn't know how the mechanics work. No one updates the wikis for, like, new games. Jesus seems to be in the midst of a conversation with the lone minstrel as he approached the two of them. The little imp appears perturbed about something. And above all, he was very, very loyal. Fiercely so, in fact. All throughout the land knew better than to underestimate him, in spite of his little stature. In that respect, Tizo, and in many others, I might add, your great-grandfather was very much like you. Jesus seems to be asking the lone minstrel to confirm that he's not playing some sort of prank. That was a dick thing to say. I'm surprised you understood the rights. I mean, yeah, kind of. But screw that guy. He's a freaking tree. He can take it. He's got tough skin. Because it's bark. Do tree people get termites? That's gotta be very, very annoying. Is it like crabs? That would suck. What do you got, like, termites on your tree junk? What if termites ate all your tree junk? These are the important questions. Seth, I'm gonna need you to go to Google and type in, what if termites eat all your tree junk? And find out what happens. Wow, that's horrifying. I am being serious. Have you known me to be the jesting sort? Teaser seems to meeting the elemental has always been sincere with him. Imagine they're flesh-eating worms, except they're literally everywhere all the time. It seems like tapeworms. Yeah, but tapeworms don't eat you. They eat, like, what you eat. Just so, then please do not denigrate yourself. For you are not only his heir, but you are my remaining link to him, and thus to all that he ate. And now, more importantly, you are my friend. Aww. Tito is grateful to Lone Minstrel for his kind words and considers him a friend as well. The Nightwings need you now, more so than ever. Then the Lone Minstrel turns to you. Is that not so, reader? Heartily concur. Hey Vengeful, how you doing today? You concur with the Lone Minstrel's assessment of Tizo as a most remarkable and irreplaceable member of the group. He is an extraordinary imp indeed. And at this, Tizo rushes up to you and gives you an imp hug. I don't know why I heard that as impling. Imp hug? Dude, they should make like little plush Tizos. I bet that would sell well. Tizo is grateful to you for your kindness and your support of him. Tizo bounds off, happily as the Lone Minstrel looks on liar. Yeah, he's not really that useful. He's too damn slow. Paramount's like way better. She's like just a better Tizo. She can fly much better. And there he goes. Thank you indeed, reader. Tizo sometimes loses sight of all that makes him special. A quality uncharacteristic of his kind, but not so much uncommon among yours. Once there was a time when he was the sole imp able to conduct the rites. Since then, however, other Triumvirs have found imps with the capacity for it. They make for useful allies, no? More than willing to conduct the rites while having no desire to leave this place. Although little Tizo does have the dreams of visiting the Commonwealth. I mean, he does have that ability where he explodes himself. That's kind of cool. God, Tizo's so useless. Tizo sucks. I wish you could get rid of Tizo. Yeah, I have said, like, all of those things multiple times. But, like, you don't say that to their face. That's rude. In any case, I certainly shall continue to serve the Nightwings faithfully. Lone Minstrel bows his head on his way out, bidding you a good rest for the afternoon. Tizo gained +1 hope for the next rite. Good. You probably won't even use them. Continue your journey to the Scribe's Gate again. Again, you stand before Scribe's Gate, where the gate guardian regards you all above an archway carved from stone. The exiles of the Nightwings, you must know by now that once the stars no longer shine, the rites shall cease. For now, step forth. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. I believe in your abilities, Tizo. Mostly abilities stuck, but still. Hey, man. He can do a thing. He does more damage now. That might make him slightly more useful. Is this the last time? No, I think there's like at least 1 or 2 more. Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings are prepared. And as for me, you should not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq? Ah, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before. I shall adhere most strictly to my duties. Be sure of it. Now, each of you, come forth. Please state your name and what it is that you seek while crossing the Scribe's Gate. One by one, your companions cross the gate until it is your time to do so. And you follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all, and moves you through toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste, or shall I remain here? She looks at him a while. You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste, until we meet upon the summit then. Yo, those two dudes just need to, like, make out already. Oh, it's you guys. Well, I'm calling in. Guess you know you got here right on time because I'm just thinking maybe I'd close up a little earlier, you know? Business has been real good and everything. It's been a little slow in spots. A little slow is all. So I was thinking maybe I should do a sale. What do you say to that? I think you should totally do a sale. You suggest this Falcon's Run, a sale might be a good idea. They'll liven things up a bit. Huh. Well, I guess maybe that's a way to look at things. So, then I'm gonna think about it. Still in a while, but no promises, okay? So, are you buying something here or what? Yo, please, why don't you just push everything on sale? The bearer can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. That's, like, good, but not that good. I never fling the rod anyway. Sold that for, like, 5. His, like, creepy laugh in my ears, like, very unsettling. Tell all my friends about us, because I already told mine. Once more, the time has come for the liberation rite, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the Pyre Hearts. Man, I fucking hate the Pyre Hearts. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. As companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of this vital rite, the lone minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. Night is falling. These moments prior to each commencement, I must admit, they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader? To ease the waiting for us both. I have traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands. However, the Commonwealth, I know only through word and song. I sometimes think of what life would be like out there. If you were not ensnared within this place and free to roam your country, what would you have done with all your days and years rather than striving here under the stars? I don't know. Sailed across the seas, tired to the outskirts, fought for... I would have been a sweet sailor, and by sailor, I mean pirate. I would have been all for that booty. The Sea of Souls does not compare to the vastness of the oceans on the other side. You have wondered at what mysteries they hold, and thought perhaps you could have found them out. I understand the yearning to explore, particularly if exploring could be done on one's own terms. The life of the sailor, then. Would that you could find your freedom on the seas someday. Just then, the lone minstrel looks forth, and you see that it's time. The stars above, though, faint, begin to burn. I haven't done Beyoncelos, right? We'll do Biolanthius. I think that might actually be the last one of these guys I haven't activated. Alright, let's do this. Free up somebody else. Probably Pamitha.
The stars that yet remain aflame align once more over the sacred fall of Solium.
How can I even tell which ones I haven't used? Every time you use one, you get the that one's passage in the Book of Rites, and I'm just kind of like trying to remember which ones I've read and whatnot, and I haven't. That's one of the reasons I was even using them, just to get their passage in the book.
Adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the Pyre heart soon douse those flames of yours.
Yo, how about you eat a dick?
Let's get on with the proceedings then.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Pyre Hearts, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have to your adversaries, the Nightwings. Sir Deluge simply slithers forward and starts to struggle with his mask. This knight is called Sir Deluge. He is among the most decorated knights of the Sea Dominion, having survived many battles. Do you get a special passage for activating all in one battle? I do not know. However, I know you do get an achievement if you do that. You might actually have to win. I don't remember. I was glancing through the achievements earlier. Record well these proceedings, for the valor shall soon become the stuff of legend, and probably some of your songs. It is not so that you have fled from every battle in which you were expected to fight, Sir Deluge, or have our messengers all been misled in this? Lies! Spread no doubt by the detestable Nightwings. Their treachery is such that they dared steal one of our own triumvirate. It is for the triumvirate to decide who shall stand with them. If one of your Pyre hearts was taken by the Nightwings, then ask yourself why your companion would have left. This knight knows why full well, because not all who hail from the Sea Dominion seem to know the meaning of honor. Now, Nightwings, for the grave injury which you have caused the pirates, we hereby challenge you. Know that this night would strongly prefer a traditional duel to the death. Such a shame that bloodshed is against the rules. Right. He somehow puts his mask back on. Did they even have hands? Pyre hearts, protect your liege at all costs. His liberty depends upon it. And if this knight is not getting out of here, then neither are you. I hate these guys because they're insanely fast. Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct a liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making the choice, reader. Trust you're prepared to play the hymns with me, Tariq? Always Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
So I can send out... Yeah, it's like the top 3, whoever. So basically, as long as I can get Volfred up above, like, Sir Gilman before the next rite, which shouldn't be too hard, I should be able to send him out. But we're going to anoint Pamitha for now. Send her home. So I'm to get my shot at all this then. How very thoughtful of you, reader darling.
Who shall strive for her?
Volfred?
Volfred.
Let's prevail on this night for you, Pamitha, and for the good of our ailing nation, who she's not even a part of. And we will take Bertrude, because she's solid.
Bertrude.
Fuck, I forgot to equip Volfred's fucking trinket. Hold on. Restart right. Or she could just, like, go back before, like, it starts without having to restart it entirely. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, we get it. You two want to have babies. We got it. Alright.
Who shall strive for her?
Equip his trinket, please.
Volfred.
He really does not like Volfred, you can tell. He's like, Volfred, dick. And Bertrude.
Bertrude.
Alright, let's do it. Look, just go easy on this knight, okay? Because he hasn't had it easy and his fellow Worm Knights kind of want him out. Wow, okay.
Commence.
Ooh. Ooh, you dick. Oh my god. I hate you guys. Well, he just ran straight into it. I'll take that. Oh my god, can I stop running into walls, please, though? A moment, Sir Deluge. Ah, what is it, you? This knight's trying to concentrate here. This knight has a burning question which he must ask of you, sir. What do you gain if you prevail here? You who fled the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. What would you do if you had returned into that land? Sir Deluge squirms in an uncomfortable-looking way, but does not respond. You would be returned into an even higher station on the front, you know, good Sir Deluge, where you might brave many more battles for the glory of the Commonwealth. Is that your wish? Shut up, Gilman. What would you know of it? This knight, he shall survive, whatever it shall take. Whether in the Sea Dominion, the Commonwealth, or this blasted place. Now he is getting out of here. Could have survived too, now, but no. Now we are enemies, and once this knight is free, he make everybody in the Commonwealth aware of your great treachery. Yeah, we'll see about that, jackass. Woo! Pamitha is so good because, like, if she dunks it while flying, she does not only does she do increased damage, but like, okay, I definitely switched characters there, so I don't know. Wow, that hit both of us somehow. Not only... Oh my god, switch. What? How did you not switch again? Am I losing my fucking mind here? Like... Okay. Alright, you know what, game? Give me problems. Enemies, 3 worms, our team, a fucking bird. What is that radio? Does anyone else hear that? You mean the song that's like playing in the game? What? Why is it raining now? Ugh. Just as this knight was beginning to think things could not possibly get worse for him. Now our poor Pyre is getting soaked. Although, soldiers must have realized that this disadvantage applies equally to you as it does in the Pyre house. Henceforth, your Pyre shall be gradually drained by the rainfall. Oh, apparently it's raining. Surprising that it hasn't come up before. Seriously, dude? Okay. What? Am I losing my fucking mind here? Apparently. Woo. There you go. We did it!
They did not.
Suck it, bitches.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile.
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2, maybe even more songs in this game that have actual lyrics.
Be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth.
Or maybe you're just losing your mind, Seth. That's also a possibility.
Shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Yeah, this knight knew that was too good to be true. So, what am I supposed to give a speech or something then? Reader, darling, all of you, look. I have no idea still why you picked me. Well, I do have one, but I don't think it's right. If you'd wanted to get rid of me by now, you needn't have gone to such lengths. And so, I'm left only to conclude that you did this for me. The years I spent down here, in one sense, they have all been such a waste, just utterly for nothing, spectacular so. I thought that my relationship with Tamitha had nowhere left to go but up, but, well, you know, not quite the case. But then, I think on what would have become of me, had I made no attempt to set things right. Had I not done everything I have. I could have not lived with that, I think. I was so certain that my life would end down here. I'm only now beginning to consider that the opposite may have come true instead. What I'm trying to say is, thanks to all of you. I mean that. Bye, Pamitha. I'm sure I will see you again on the Monster Girls Reddit. Now I guess I'd better head on back to that damn Commonwealth, so bottoms up. She plunges in the water of the shimmer pool and disappears from view, though her voice still rings out. To see what we can do up there, provided that my sisters haven't had their way with it just yet. Anyway, let's find a way to keep in touch, but just in case, goodbye. May she return in glory.
Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
Yay, ranked up. Long did I bide my time in anticipation that one day the Nightwings would reform under a common cause. To be a part of it myself, it nourishes the spirit. Once per right, if Wolford's adversary's signature power was restored by plus 40 instead. That's pretty good.
Now take your execrable companions.
Oh my god, you're a dick. You prevailed in the liberation right. Liberation against the Pyre hearts. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual about Pamitha, who returned to the Commonwealth. You remember some of your companions reflecting on this. It never goes easier having to say farewell to one of our own. We shall make do without her here. You wonder who, if anyone among you, shall be the next to go. Our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition. Not only for ourselves here, but for our companions and our loved ones in the Commonwealth. I wonder what our percentage is at now. 79%? That's pretty good! But we have little time now for reflection into this. Look yonder, reader. The stars demand we go already. Let's help them usher in the end of all of this. Turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. The current rate of disappearance suggests another liberation rate shall be coming very soon. So many stars. Alright, Volfred's planner. What do we got here? Total rites conducted. It's only one rite till the next liberation rite. So I might actually be able to liberate 2 more people. I thought I read that there's only 6 liberation rates, but maybe there's 7. Anyway. Where are we going? Against the fucking Fate. Against... What else we got? We got the Fate, we got the Tempers. We got the Chastity. 2-0 against like all these dudes. I don't really like the dude from the chat. Let's go to do the Tempers. Fuck it. Now the stars bid you return to the Spring of Jameer, where you shall stand against the Tempers once again. Your adversary, Ignarius, likely knows the cycle of the rites is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes and then regain his freedom likely hinges on the outcome of this next raid. I kind of feel bad that I'm like screwing all these people to get stuck down here forever, but whatever. The cycle of the rites is soon to end. The exiles of the downside striving to be free. Your adversaries, your companions, even yourself are running out of time. It's Tariq. Following Ramless's liberation, the lone minstrel has returned to the wagon and stands as though nothing has happened here this night. He tilts his head a bit as you approach. Once more, the Nightwings have prevailed in the liberation rite under your mindfulness, reader. A commendable achievement. Surely Pamitha shall live out her days in gratitude to you and your companions. Yeah, she better. Perhaps she may now seek Ruki there in your Commonwealth. I should think Ruki would have liked to witness what took place this night. I trust that can like dogs and birds like hook up? That's a weird question. I trust that together they shall make a formidable difference to the plan which all of you endeavor to achieve. Now, for the time, Celeste and I return to our respective stations. We all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites may prevail once more when next we traverse Scribescape. Till then, reader, rest well under the stars. He nods and leaves you to recover after long nights. Biolanthius. A very crafty of our muzzled friend Dromer, that one quite so diminutive as he did manage to prevail against the hive titan called Biolanthius. Despoiler of the valley, Biolanthius did fall at last into a deadly trap, which doubtless he deserved. Crushed under the weight of 16,000 tons of beetle dong. Well, that's a hell of a way to go. He was, though how our Jimmer gathered all this stuff only to send it crash down, he has refused to say. From the Hive Titan Tower flowed a fresh, rejuvenating spring, which gladdens up that valley's desolation quite a bit. As for Jameer, why, he and his legendary Jawblade set a most impressive mark of valor, to which this one aspires. Impressive work, Jameer. On history. This book cannot accompany you if you should earn your freedom. It is to remain here for his successors, for it is bound together inextricably with us. There is no sorcery, however, to prohibit you from spreading forth its teachings. We charge you to go forth and share what you have learned along your path. Reveal not the rites themselves, nor the existence of this book. Transcend its bounded limitations, for it cannot be transcribed. Any such attempts shall fail. Really? That's weird. Beware of those who would dare to read it on the other side. Under their guise of seeking wisdom may yet lurk lurk a much darker desire to undo that which we strive to do. Right, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Run to the bathroom real quick. BRBs. I have returned. Alright. Continue your journey. At dawn, your companions are prepared to depart. Evan and San, your travels are to take you back to the spring of Jameer, but soon after, the stars shall draw you here again. Whee! I can fly! Oh god, I just ran into somebody. Ah, my beautiful wagon, what has happened? Oh, but it's you, my wonderful Nightwing. It's come to play a little trick on your good friend Manly, hmm? Oh, very, very, very clever of you. The damage you have caused my beautiful wagon, doubtless it was very, very minimal. Fear not, I can afford repairs, there's no inconvenience at all. Although I do have one request of you, to make amends, that is. When next we face each other in the right, and I trust you know what I shall ask of you, but would you be kind enough to stand aside and let the chastity prevail? Then we shall call it even, and when I return to the Commonwealth, I shall see to it that you or your loved ones there are suitably rewarded. Ta-ta-ta. No, Chastity, you're a dick. Or Manly, whoever the fuck you are. That dude up there? I don't know, look weird. How far down? Sir Gilman has a hunch that you may find something of value on this route, or Bertrude suggests that this route looks clear, so you would have time to peruse your vocations. Let's try that one. We can give Fulford some XP or something. Explore Fall Flat. You met with Bertrude, who suggested you go ranging with her through Fall Flat. We shall follow as the shadow in thy wake. Together you set out to explore the dry flats around the Black Wagon. Find little to speak of, other than desolation typical of the downside. Thy searching of these lands yields naught. Let us return. You and Bertrude make your way back to the wagon. Though uneventful, your search helped ease the burden weighing on you, and leaves you time to peruse your locations. You approach Bertrude just as she is finished polishing the various bottles, flasks, and vials that your fellow exiles have collected during their travels to the downside. The evidence of thy travels, how brazenly you put them on display. You tempt these lambs to swallow ye. She lets out a long sigh. Nonetheless, these trinkets stir our memories, not merely of these lands, but of the country whence we came. Know, reading one, that we're here because of Sandalwood. We met him long ago within the southern bogs. He offered many courtesies, and in exchange we found agreeable. We sought then certain regions, necessary to our studies of the heaven and earth, and he knew where to procure them. In exchange, we boiled for him our finest inks, a certain recipe notorious its secret. Its stain could never be removed. Oh, but the Commonwealth misliked it. 'Twas then we first began collecting samples of the regions of the downside. Sandalwood was ever true to his word. Long have we studied the accursed place, the black basin, the chaos of the deathless tempest, the richness of the bogs of flagging hands. Land so far away, and yet they called to us. If Molten Milth was able to travel to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely it was not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Furthermore, she hesitates. It matters not, reading one. Thou hast indulged our tales long enough for now. Slithers away without further explanation. Seems reluctant to discuss the circumstances of her past with Wolfred, yet you sense that she is here by choice. Roster bio updated, huh? Conspiracy. Insubordination. She's been exiled for 21 years? Damn. How long has Wolfred been down here? 9. She's been down way longer than Wolfred. Alright. Mentor. I should be interested to see what lessons you have taken from the book. You sit down with Wolfred to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he is beginning to understand. I would hope so. Banishment, as failure, is a time for careful introspection. Whatever. Continue your journey. The Spring of Drummer. Oh, guys, can't help but wondering whatever happened to that number with the wings. You know, the one. I guess she's kind of pretty, maybe, I suppose. She's still around by any chance because, well, anyways. Aw, somebody had a crush. Yeah, you're about to have, like, too much in your goddamn store. And I don't really want any of this shit, to be honest. But I'll buy some of this bunch of stars dust, I guess. You guys have a good day out there. Slug markets, huh? Slug markets. They're natives in this land of some capacity with an oddly keen instinct for the mercantile. Suspicious creatures, but not disagreeable entirely. From time to time, we make exchange with them. They lust for coins for the imperial soul, though why, they do not say. We speculate it is a delicacy. It serves its little purpose there, whilst their slug market wares are somewhat valuable. The creatures appear drawn to places where the heavens shine the brightest, perhaps because they know we are as well. What they want exactly is unclear. We tell them of our lands, yet they remain preoccupied with simpler things. Whenever I should, like, up one of these dudes is, like... Can I up the legendary? Oh, wow, that actually increases it by a lot. Hell yeah. Teaser's flutter and zip abilities cause less stamina than usual. That will actually make him real good. 80% minus stamina on, like, flying and zip. Does he not have, like, a special... his own fucking talisman? Or did I just... I swear I unlocked it. Maybe I just never equipped it to him, or maybe I already sold it by not paying attention. Oh, here it is. Jumps further than usual. I was wondering where that quickness trinket was. Sell that. Buy another pin. Some of the more stardust. I wonder if I want to use that on somebody real quick. What does this do? Plank transport some 70%? That's pretty good. Alright. Enough little management there. Commence the rite. By now, having to make preparations for the rites has become second nature to your companions. They go about the process efficiently, and this time in almost total silence. You cannot shake the sense that the routine shall not go on much longer. Bertrand approaches and confirms to you that Nightwing's schedule is set. Everyone has their books, raiments, and their grounds are ready. Everything should be in order. The remaining stars shine brightly still. Not for much longer, it would seem. Nah. We have watched the splendor of the stars each night, unfailing since we were a tad. We shall savor the remaining opportunities. You and Bertrude stand together in silence for a time, looking for the stars above to show some indication that the rite is to commence. It is taking too long. Concern begins to well up in you, but then... It's time, guys. No, guess we'll turn all those.
Reader, it seems the stars once more have mustered to usher in the rites. The sky grows dimmer by the day.
This
age is
motherfucker.
ending. Surely you must know by now that you shall never all be free. Yet still you struggle to fulfill some senseless plan. But I digress, of course. Some of us still honor the tradition. Some of us hold dear the teachings of the scribes.
The pyre on each side are burning bright. From across the field, observe the leader of the Tempers approach and removes mask. They're there, huh? Come show us up for one last time, I guess. Used to be we could take these Nightwings any old night, but now it ain't so simple anymore. Got this one last shot against these guys. Might as well give it all we've got, yeah? Let's make them cry. Aren't you gonna make us cry? That's rude.
Who shall besmirch the Nightwing's name?
Probably like Bertrude,
Bertrude.
Tizo,
Tizo.
and Volfred.
Volfred. Very well.
The Nightwings have stood against the Tempers many times before, though this time it may be the last. Everyone, let us conduct this rite with glory. Nightwings, thought I'd mention, after they're over, I'm calling it quits. Do old Iggy a solid, make me work for this one, why, like I used to. Oh, okay.
Now begin.
I'm not hitting you assholes. Thank you.
Ferocity unbridled. The Nightwings assert themselves thusly.
Okay, I dodged right into that. And that one hit me too. Okay, I'm glad they just shot that forward like 500 feet. That didn't even look like it was going in. Hmm. Huh, what the? Okay, she didn't even have a fucking aura, but sure, I guess that hit me somehow. Oh my god, I hate you so much right now.
Didn't see it coming. Bertrude plunged into
Alright, this team's not too bad. My team. Mount comp, I mean.
an opportunity.
Especially the fact that Tizo can just like fucking run forever now. After upgrading his relic. Go, you Nightwing. You've been practicing, ain't you? What about you, Iggy? You just washed up old goat. You're through. How long are you gonna keep at this? Getting weaker and weaker, worse and worse, huh? Come on then, Nightwings, finish it already, will ya? Sooner we wrap this up, sooner we all can catch some shut-eye and put an end to this damn day. Okay, I actually ran into his leftover fucking shit. And then just, okay. That was bad of me.
Now there's a proper dousing. The Nightwings seem to be falling behind.
I swear to God, hers, like, doesn't last as long as it looks like it should.
Get Tizo.
What? Alright, well, that sucked. Nah, get Rex on. Woo! Go Tizo. You're getting slightly useful now in this game. Now that I've run out of other people to use and you've been upgraded a lot. Oh my god. He came back right at the worst possible time. Nope. Get wrecked, son. Ha! We got it. Bertrude got hops.
Alas, that their adversaries failed to stop them.
Yes, because they suck.
Thus end this night's
Ye tempers, you conducted here with such fury and such desperation that we must commend ye for it, despite the outcome, which hath favoured us. Tizo is pleased to have prevailed, though he wishes that the tempers find their peace. Well done, Nightwings. As for the tempers, though they fought as fiercely many times, I doubt that it shall be enough. May they find mercy in this land. Hey, tempers, always wanted to go out on top, huh? Thinking it's time we called it. Come on, let's go drink to this. Got something I've been saving just for a special occasion. Okay. Sounds good to me.
I eagerly await our next such outing.
I bet you do, dick voice guy. Inside the wagon, after besting the tempers, Tizo is discussing aspects of the outcome with the others when the lone minstrel seeks you out. Pardon the interruption, though I need to ask a moment of your time while the night is clear enough for you to see. Please, come have a look. Perhaps the news of your next destination may further stir the hearts of your companions. Among what stars yet remain shining in the night, one of them now burns as bright as ever you have seen. Oh, looks like we're having another fucking liberation raid. Who should I send away? What's a plan success? 82%. I think I might send off Volfred next. The cycle turns even more quickly now, until such times it shudders to a halt. He makes a sound, then almost like a laugh. I forget myself, reader. I should not say such things. The scribes, they would say that one ought focus on the path in front of her. When we set forth to walk along a laboured path, it can be all too much if we stand back and look upon it as a whole. We may well decide to turn around, but if we begin to walk while casting down our gaze, and whilst resisting, well, the urge to look too far ahead, we may make steady, careful progress. Soon enough, we may arrive where we endeavoured. The minstrel bids you a good evening. You had best retire for the night, for when first daylight comes, it shall be time again to take to the skies. Continue your journey. Let's head back to the north. I'm gonna have like all like the worst characters left for the fucking last raid. Ow, dick. That's just rude. Your wagon reels from the impact of some sort of massive object slamming into it mid-flight. False Nightwings. Or that calls down to you all from the top of his wagon. Again, you seek to climb that cursed mountain beneath us. Again, you seek to take my rightful place. I should send you crashing down to it, that you might fall, as I have. Stares down at all of you. But I shall not. Oh, thank you. Rather, we shall meet upon the summit, ere the last cycle of the rites is ended. Until then. Since Tizo shall gain favor, you sense Volfred shall gain favor. I guess we'll do Volfred's favor. Make landing at on the sacred Mount Aleodio after your encounter with Orlek. Orlek spoke the truth. He has a right to gain the summit. When the time comes, Celeste shall deem him worthy, and shall let him pass. While he has transgressed against the rites, he has also already been anointed and prevailed. Nothing is written in the book on this, and liberty ought already be his. For the time, it seems that he has not yet traveled to the summit. Perhaps he is still making preparations with his fellow exiles. What exactly Orlek intends to make good on his promise, he did not make clear. For now, you are confronting Manly and the chastity upon the summit. God damn it, I hate these guys. But first, you must prepare. Later that afternoon, you accompany Volfred through the splendors of the Temple High Road to Mount Lushalurian. Faith is all that brought me all this way, and yet I have great fear about the outcome of our plan. So many here in the Commonwealth have put their faith in it, that should we fail, but no, we will not fail. We will not have failed. We will not have failed. Why can't I read that? You've returned to the wagon after you've finished paying your respects. Someone awaits, but first, there is time to continue practicing your vocations. Volfred gains +2 presence to next rate. I can mentor. I think I'm just gonna forge and try to buy some stuff so I can send something. Falcon Round Valley sends a potent serum, so I can buy more of the whatchamacallit shit for upgrading. To the Scribe's Gates. Messenger somehow tracks you down in the old masonry of Mount Aladio and delivers you recent news and rumors from the other side. Specifically, the imp shares details regarding Pamitha and what became of her since she was liberated at the fall of Solium. She found herself back in the homeland of her enemies, where, despite her connection to the Highwing remnants, her past transgressions were forgiven. In fact, she was asked to join the military council given her unique background. Yet, she refused to cooperate and instead demanded to be reunited with her sister, Tamitha. But when they threatened her with resentencing to exile and instead insisted that she take the opportunity, Pamitha said at last that she would think it over and return with a decision soon. Next, she was seen, however, was among Volfred's sons and daughters of the revolution, where said she has attached her loyalty, at least for the time. We thank the imp for bringing you this news, which soon gets your companion stalking. Never once before had this night felt ever a thing for our most bitter enemies, and yet, having known Pamitha proved eye-opening indeed for this night. We suspect the ancient enmity between the winged and flightless shall not be soon resolved, if ever at all. I hold to hope that both the Thean sisters one day soon shall join together as part of a good cause. The two of them can help lead us toward a brighter future. Tiza wishes Pamitha to find her way and her sister in the Commonwealth. Her sister is not in the Commonwealth, though. She's here still. In spite of some mixed feelings, the news of Pamitha's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles resolve. Companions gain +1 hope for the next rite. You return once more to the Scribe's Gate, where the Gate Guardian awaits under a dim sky. The exiles of the Nightwings and you, Tariq. This is to be one of our final meetings. Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings are prepared, and afterwards I would have words with you in private, if you please. It seems to me rather late for words now, Tariq, but I shall hear them once your charge is across the gate. Now, all of you, come forth. Please state your names and what it is that you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Once more, your companions cross the gate, one after another, and once more you follow them, in turn. Celeste regards you all, and then waves you through, toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? Aye, Celeste. You may rejoin the others in a while. For now, I would hear those words of yours. They're gonna do it. Certainly, Celeste. Everyone, I shall see you shortly. Oh, hey guys, it's gotten real cold again up here, but it was worth it. Let me tell you, got a lot of customers been stopping by. Okay, I may have been exaggerating just a little since I've been waiting up here a little while, I guess. But are you buying anything? Can I even sell you anything? Okay, there's 2 pages now. All right, sell this. Did I sell off Pamitha's? No, I can sell that now though. What do you have that's new? Nothing really. You have a +1 hope serum, +1 presence serum. Got some more scoops of stardust. They're leaving, Dad. I just look at how much we got this time. Ingenious imps. Special medicine must be given to the downside's most prolific native creature, which we call the imp. With all respects to a comrade, Hal, an imp himself, possessing an extraordinary intellect, most imps are driven by the simplest impulses: to eat, to drink, to procreate, to move, and to survive. So the imps are human. Got it. These creatures, then, are symbols of this place. They are far more resilient than they seem. Though wild by their nature, they, like all of us, can learn. Hob insists that imps are willing to be put to work, like other aspects of the downside that wish more than to exist, but to exist with purpose. Do you want to upgrade his thing? Make him jump even further, because since I'm going to be using him soon. I think we might liberate what's her face here? Bertrude. The time has come to deliver one of your fellow exiles to a homecoming in the Commonwealth, lest your adversaries, the Chastity, achieve the same instead. The lone minstrel has returned and approaches as you await the signal from the stars. There's something that I wish to ask you, reader, something which ordinarily would not be my place to discuss in any detail. You observe the stars, if you would not mind me asking you in such a direct manner. How many liberation rites are you supposing yet remain? I would say 2 remaining would be my guess, including this one now. Tell them that the only logical deduction which you have been able to make based on all your readings of the stars of late is that there shall be one final liberation rite after tonight. I can concur with your evaluation, reader, madame. I wish to make certain that you are aware, so that you and the Nightwings may yet make the most of your remaining time together thus. As to what shall happen once the final liberation rite is ended, we soon shall both find out. Below, it seems that we are called upon once more. Look forth. So we got this rite, and we got one more liberation rite after this.
Reader, I would ask that you think back for just a moment.
No. I'd rather not.
When you first looked upon the Book of Rites, think back upon the words that it revealed. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oblige the voice that tells you more.
I don't remember it saying that.
Would that the scribes were here among us still. I would not sing your praises to them, rest assured. I trust that you shall savor this occasion. You shan't have to oblige me for much longer.
Good. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. What did you ever do to him? Well, I mean, I am trying to help a revolutionary plan to overthrow his government. So, I mean, he's probably a little bit upset about that. But even before that, he was kind of a dick. Then, anointed one of the Chastity, come forth now, and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Manly flourishes onto the ground, and grasps his mask in his spindly fingers. Warmest salutations to you all upon this blessed eve. I am H. Manly Tinderstolf, and I must say that I am very moved to be part of these proceedings. It shall be my humblest of privileges to return quite soon, I hope, into the Commonwealth, where I shall dedicate myself in full toward the betterment of that society. I long to be a part of this glorious tradition, even when my freedom is rightfully restored. For it is not the case that exiles such as we are called upon to lead. How you govern in your Commonwealth is not our business here. Your intentions shall mean nothing if you do not prevail in this right, Manly Tinderstolf. Oh, but I mean no offense. Meant no offense at all. I shall serve well these rights, I promise. Why, I should think I shall be sending many exiles here to the downside to replace me. I can think of quite a few who I think would benefit from experiencing this wonderful tradition for themselves. Then Melee covers his face again. This dude's also an asshole. Now as for you, Nightwings, make no attempt to undermine me here, and nothing shall befall you or your loved ones in the Commonwealth. Is it a deal? Nah, man, fuck you. Nightwings, your choice. In whose name shall you conduct this liberation rite? I wish you the wisdom of the scribes making your choice, reader. I wish you to come prepare for a song with me, Tariq.
Whom shall you attempt to send home this time?
I don't know. So we can do Tizo, Bulford, or Bertrude. I'm kind of leaning towards Bertrude. It's getting, like, tough to choose, man. Just because, like, you know, develop some sort of affection for these characters.
Bertrude.
Bulford? Too late. I already clicked Bertrude. And now, besides we have at least one right left, we can send him back next time. He's essential to the plan. Well, he's been working on this plan from here. We can send him back next time. Then now, perhaps, at last shall we return to whence we came, and there shall we resume our work, if truly we are to return.
Who shall be at her side?
Probably Bulford?
Bulfred.
But prepare yourself, Bertrude, for on this night the Nightwing shall prevail in your name and set you free. And Tizo.
Tizo.
Scrack. Tizo seems very determined to support Bertrude.
It is done.
Now as it begins, do me this favor, if you please, and stand aside. Like a good sport there, I promise to reward you handsomely once I am free. Nah, fuck you. What? How did I not hit you? Nah, screw you, bro. Get Rex on. Oh, what's this now? It seems to me that scribes so enjoy our company, the entertainment we provide, that they've deigned to reignite our pyres. Observe. Something stirs in the sky. If the heavens are to rain and reignite your pyres, then the rite shall continue, ere one pyre or the other is put out. So now all the pyres regenerate? Plus 50. Oof. Bitch. Nah. Alright. These guys aren't too bad. Were you not flying there? Did you just walk into that Tizo? Wow. Oopsies. Wow, okay, I fucked that up. What are you guys doing, man? Oh, no, you dick! I think I was fast. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god, seriously? I really wish that when you jumped, you would jump actually towards the fucking thing. Fuck you guys. How about that? Really? How did that guy get me when he didn't even have like an aura that was visible? Alright, whatever. Screw me, apparently. Dudes can fucking hit me without actually having an aura. And I can't actually hit the pyre. Nope, nope, fuck you guys. Done. Eat a dick!
The blasted Nightwings proved their worth. liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen
Yay!
appointed by the Night Wings shall be
Bye bye, Bertrude.
absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain
Yeah, I know. We've been here like 6 times already. Come on, guys.
their rightful.
Why, this is utter outrage. Have you any idea what you've done? You ingrates. Well, you're kind of a dick, Manly. Thy efforts seal our return. She then looks over to you. Reading one. Surely thou must have known that we have little interest in returning this place to which we now return. Surely there are those among you with a stronger preference to look upon its proud facades, which, to our ancient eyes, doth merely cause offence. Signifies one of two things, it seems. Either thou seekest to be rid of us, or more likely, thou believest we shall serve the plan of Sandalwood at greater length in our own newfound capacity. I do think that you'll be better for the plan than, like, the fucking imp or the fucking retarded worm dude. Which is why they're not going back. She looks at you again, intent. We think we know which one it is. Thy efforts seal our return. Then, soon, we shall resume our work in earnest. Perhaps we shall see yet ye again, or perhaps not. Worm is knight. Yeah, but Worm's also, like, retarded. He's, like, real stupid. The shimmer pool whisks her within, as you hear her call out to you one final time. Until whichever outcome, reading one.
Godspeed.
Yay, bye-bye, Bertrude.
The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
Plus, I'm not too impressed with those knights. And I just don't like him. That's the real thing. I just don't like him. Dude, fucking Tizo and Volford over here are like about to hit rank 5. Because now I'll be forced to use fucking Jagass. Returns the wagon after having prevailed against chastity in the liberation rate. I'm just saying you're leaving yourself with a dumb worm and annoying him for all eternity. You make a valid argument. Excellently done, Nightwings. I mean, I think I'll just feed the worm to the imp. And then Tizo is slightly less annoying. He's just annoying to play as. He's not really annoying as his character. Whereas fucking Gilbert is. Tizo is pleased that Bertrude is finally free. You succeed in liberating Bertrude, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. The last light of the stars still shines for us above. At this point, what is to become of our plan needn't be the subject of our speculation. I trust that we'll learn the outcome soon enough. Well, it's at a 90% success rate, so that's pretty good. Our actions at this point shall pave the way, perhaps our faith as well. So let's, for now, focus on this. We stand upon the brink of the last turn of the cycle of the rites. Soon we'll have a final chance to get one of you home. Now, reader, up for a little stargazing? Let's see where in the downside we shall be returning for this final rites. You turn back to the darkness to look upon the last few stars too stubborn to relinquish their lights. Alright. So we got one more right till the next liberation. So we probably only have one liberation right left. So we have like 2 rights left and we're going to be done the game, it looks like. So we're almost done. Parker. Accusers. I'll go with goal. Thank God. Man, fuck you. I like this game. Once more, you are to face the fates, then. Although I wonder. He hesitates before saying anything further. You cannot sense his thoughts. I apologize. I was lost in thought there for a moment. Let's make our way to the original goal when everyone is feeling more refreshed as much as possible. The lone minstrel has returned already to the wagon after Bertrude's homecoming to the Commonwealth and the Liberation Rite. Companions are most grateful to you, reader. Would that Pamitha could have been here with the rest of you, them to witness Bertrude's glorious return. I trust they soon shall reunite there in the Commonwealth, where they may yet contribute to the outcome of your plan, and thus create a place that welcomes all of you. May you and your companions to continue to prevail thus. For now, Celeste and I are to return to our respective roles until we meet again at the Scribe's Gate. Rest well for now, reader. He bids you a good night, good rest of the night. On Legacy. Reader, though you shall always bear a burden, it is much lighter than the burden of your lonesome exile. Go forth and become free. Then join with others such as you, and lead, with mercy, continuing to demonstrate your worth, and knowing that the Empire's fall formed the foundation of our Commonwealth. You shall cease to be a reader and become a voice both to the free and to the successors here, who shall take up this book when you no longer need it. The Psycho of the Rites shall see to it that you, and others like you, shall be liberated ere the coming of another age, and the stars shine ever brightly on us all. Guys, I'm gonna become a box. Maybe. Apparently. It is daybreak. You are to set forth from the Ridge of Gold for what appears to be the final time. Therefore, you shall return here for one last exile's final chance at liberty. I would pick the place that's like the most southward. Oh my god, what do you want? Okay, so the voice guy hates you because you're his replacement. I'm pretty sure he hates me because we're overthrowing his government. How dare you, Nightwing scum! You blasted fools, you can't intimidate the accusers. We shall face you soon enough in the forthcoming rite, but first, we have another park of fools whom we must vanquish shortly. Till then, stay out of the way. What? Why does that like have a thing? I don't know. I think it was like actually one of the other dudes just camped out. Jesus expects me to find something of value along this route. Sir Gilman believes this fast route giving you time to pursue his vocations. Well, go with the value stuff. Final boss guy is probably going to be the Batman guy. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. You and Tizo spend much of the day searching through the sweeping plains of Hollowroot, until, at last, Tizo indicates he thinks he found something. Found Pyre parchment. This can be sold at the Slug Market. Cool. Continue your journey. Man, this game's fucking beautiful, though. To the Slug Market. Most of the guys, I had a crazy story about the old Bertrude. She finally got out of here. Back to the side. Can you believe it? Give her my regards, okay? Because I got a lot of customers because of her, and I do mean a lot. Anyways, what can I do for you? You can buy this prayer parchment. And then sell me this pile. Oh my god, pile of stardust. Holy shit. How much is that? Do I have enough? Yeah, I have enough of that. Also, you can buy this. Do I want any of this stuff, other stuff? I guess we're gonna buy some more handfuls of stardust. Might as well fucking buy as much of the stardust as we can. Oh god. Upgrade our talismans. Yeah, you guys are really my favorite customers, you know that? Yeah, I know. Downside talismans. Sorrow often is conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies or improve our bodies. The strong survive. But, and take it from the Alpha Chief, there are different kinds of strength. The spirit is what drives us. By comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in our homeland here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one that you hold dear. It shall reward you with reminders of your faith, your power, your potential. Well, let's fucking upgrade some of these, I guess. I mean, I don't even really have... Okay, just give me that one. And then... Wait, did I actually not use it somehow? Oh, it still has... It actually keeps the amounts left? That's interesting. Did not realize that. Pretty useful. Well, use the rest of it on there. There, now everyone... Tizo literally uses no stamina while dashing anymore. Sir Gilman jumps way further, and Fulford can blink like twice as far. I think that's good. You guys think that's good? I think that's good. After making all the necessary preparations amid the lonesome lands of the Ridge of Gold, you and your companions await the commencement of the rites. It is quieter even than usual on the onset of such events. The lone minstrel appears, bearing some sort of news. I have checked, and it appears as if the fate have not yet arrived, Reader Madame. There is no sign of Dalbert or anyone. The signal is not set either. If what he says is true, and your adversaries are not present, then you presume the rite cannot commence. However, the stars themselves soon indicate you are mistaken. Proceed to rite. Oh my god. What? What?
Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books.
Why don't you stop burning all the damn books?
Because of you.
Because
Because of your outlandish plan.
Whoops.
Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means, keep trying.
I will keep trying, dick.
As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
You have time for that? Like, don't you have a revolution to the quell? The rite is set to commence, but your adversaries, they have failed to show. Then the foes we were stand against this night have ceded the remaining chances at victory to us. Indeed, as the rites are drawing to a close, some of the members whom you have met, perhaps they are beginning to decide the star is not worth heeding any longer. Dalbert, you wonder whether he would give up on the rites like that. He seems far too devoted to the scribes, and too dedicated to his son to have turned back now. In any case, we have begun the ceremony here, and so I ask that we end it.
Choose now your band of traitors.
Okay. I think this is going to be an easy one, guys.
Gilman. Tizo. Volfred. If that is all, then.
Let's end this and be on our way. Conceding in the rites is frowned upon. Believe me, I should know. Okay.
Lo, even your adversaries have abandoned you. And it is done. The Nightwings
Yay, we won!
by default.
Well, that was unexpected.
Not that their adversaries even care.
I should have turned on all fucking 12 goddamn Titan stars for that one. Contest gains no adversary is not a contest at all. Let's look at EXP.
Boundless are the teachings of the
No,
scribes.
that's gay.
Until the next rite, if there even is to be another.
GG, yeah, really. GG easy. No one speaks further of the fate back at the Black Wagon. Heaven is instead preoccupied with the right that is to come. I mean, he's like 23 and -5. Why would you show up? I guess you have to do the final right, so they may hit it so you cannot do the final one. What? Our final chance at liberty presents itself at last. You surmise that to be the long and the short of it. Then the stars always shine with truth. The ending of the cycle of the rites is now upon us. He looks over to you. Please look forth, reader, madame, and see this for yourself. You may well surmise where we are going next. The others turn to you. You have to do the final ascension. Well, you go to the final ascension no matter what, because you're the special team. Like, you're always going to be at the liberation rite, even if you lose the other rites. The others turn to you as well. You turn toward the wagon's door. You know what you shall see out there. Now, however, the time has come to face it. If you lost that right, you wouldn't go. No, you would still go to the ascension, because you are like they explained it earlier. You're like guaranteed to be at the last team against all the other teams. You're the team that everyone else has to face, basically. So you're always at the ascension, right? You're basically the lucky guys that guaranteed a place there. The dim and fading light of the final star still pierces through the darkness, demanding your attention, guiding you to the endpoint of your path. I mean, who is that? There's the Fate that they were 13 and 7. So what's the point of facing off against the others? Maybe if you... I think the only ones that matter is whether you win or lose are the liberation ones, but I don't really understand it entirely. Bragging rights? Exactly. If I don't face it off against everyone else, how can I be 25 and 0? You're summoned to the Fall of Solium for the 7th and final liberation rite. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that if the rites shall commence again, it shall not be that during your lifetime, or that of any of your companions, even the longest lived ones. The stars reveal to you one more thing more. The adversary whom you face shall be Urlek. Already he has crossed Scribe's Grade and awaits your arrival. The scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness. Perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves. It is a shame that we should have to confront Orlek in the end. Our goals should never have been at cross purposes. I am surprised that this is what the scribes desire. For now, it may be best that you recover until dawn. Regain your strength as best you can for the coming trial. Rest well, reader. The group disperses as exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mount Elodil to make a final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. But who? But who, guys? But who? Oh, God, just fuck off.
So-called friends. You are accomplice to their hateful plot. They are exploiting you. You shall never have your freedom.
I already made acceptance of the fact that I can't be freed. By dawn, you're already up and about. After a troubled slumber, the Black Wagon is prepared for the final voyage of the Fall of Solium. No one speaks. Alright, guys. This is it. As you lift into the skies, the lone minstrel raises his voice, cutting through the somber mood. Reader, a certain olden ballad comes to mind just now. I think it may befit the circumstance. Perhaps it may help to pass the time along our flight. Would you mind very much if I were to play the song for the Nightwings? Oh, fucking play it, dude. What do you need my permission for? You're fucking minstrels. Playing songs is literally your job. You urge the lone minstrel to play his ballad so that all among you might hear it. It begins without another word. Oh, it's like flying automatically now. Oh wait, no it's not. I'm just an idiot. Whee! I like that they actually wrote a song like about the mechanics of the game. Where did he get drums? The Snake Eater. Alright. Since Volford shall gain favor from the scribes, you sense Tizo shall gain favor from the scribes. I don't know. I'll go with Volford, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to be using both of them. You touch down amid the quiet solitude of Mount Olodiel to make pilgrimage to the summit for one last time. There, one last liberation rite shall soon commence. There, one last exile shall regain his or her freedom. All others shall remain to carry out their sentence here in the downside, the remainder of their lives. And in the Commonwealth, the plan of which you are part shall either come to fruition, or shall be suppressed. Seek the Cur Scribe's favor. After having landed, you join Volford on an expedition to the Monument of Jumur Medimane, for it is likely to be the final time. Hear me, O scribes. Long have I served your will, and long have I pursued the path which you revealed to me. Our plan now stands on the precipice. If we prevail this night, then we may yet achieve its goals. We will reform the Commonwealth under the auspices which you yourselves described within your book. We shall stand together, so I ask that you please stand with us. By your divine grace, we may yet prevail, and please have mercy on Orlek as well. Soon he is finished. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Jumur Medimane has shown you favor. At dawn you shall begin your last ascent. For now, your vacations may occupy what little time you have to spare. +2 presents for the next rite. I don't really need the money, so I'm going to try and mentor someone. We can probably get either Tizo up to rank 10, which makes us implode. Banish average a much wider area, or I can grab this one. If Banish drops a moon sign, which allies can instantly transport to from their Pyre. I can get him up a rank. After using his slash, it'll illuminate all of his stamina. Or return the spout, or I can get him up a rank. Permanent, like, +5 hope. Or get a sapling. What's this other thing? Go circle and all his allies instant return. I think that honestly this one is probably for the best. Probably mentoring Volford. You'll spend some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rites, such as the properties of the art. You sense you gain something from it. It is possible our plan shall not succeed despite our fiercest efforts here in the Commonwealth, but I know for certain that our efforts shall not be in vain. You probably gain an achievement for maxing them. I already got an achievement for maxing one of the people, so I assume I already have that achievement. We learn and strive together, and I didn't get another one right now, so we learn and strive together, we prevail or we fail together on this path we share. It has been and shall continue to be my greatest honor. Let's give him. I mean, I like the idea of the sapling, but let's give him the increased hope so he comes back faster. I wish I knew how much like hope transferred into like actual seconds. Well observed, I have to say, my girl. Okay. Like, not much, apparently. I mean, it still fucking takes 9 seconds for him to come back. That's a lot. Look how fucking slow this asshole is, man. 2.7 meters per second. I could walk faster than that. Master Jim traveled all the way to your location in the solemn beauty of the Mount Olodiel to bring you the latest news and rumors from the other side. The imp brings tidings about Bertrude in particular, and what became of her since she was liberated from the fall of Solium. He learned she shrugged off all the pomp surrounding her return, and refused her native home in the southern bogs. Thereafter, she proved difficult for the Commonwealth to reach. Each time officials came to her with various opportunities, she would curse them, then send them on their way. Finally, however, she met with a certain guest of a different sort. She is now working with Wolford's sons and daughters of the Revolution, putting messages to parchment and creating pigments that they use to spread their word and cause. She leaves a message for you personally. We shall be watching you. Coming from her, we take it for a compliment. We thank the Imp for bringing you these details as your companions gather to discuss. Tizo expresses hope to one day visit Bertrude at her home in the southern bogs. Not gonna happen, Tizo. My debt to you is finally paid, O Bertrude, my old friend. Yet through your great wisdom we shall still achieve much more. Ah, but it's good to hear that stately Bertrude is as headstrong as ever now that she is home. This knight would have you know, he was often terrified of her. That's fair. The news of Bertrude's liberation fills you, and your fellow exiles resolve. The messenger picks up a small bite to eat from you and heads off. You and your companions gain +1 hope for the next raid. Good. Alright. So it's 8.7 and +1. We'll be able to see how much +1 affects that. Stand before the Scribe's Gate with your companions. The Gate Guardian is there as ever, but you sense something different in her. The exiles on Nightwings. We shall not meet again after the coming rite. Tariq and I. It shall be time we take our rest, I think. Greetings, Celeste. I would tell you that the Nightwings are prepared, though this time I am uncertain anyone amongst us feels thus. We have a duty to uphold, Tariq. And then what, Celeste? And then nothing. Not for the rights or us. Not till the dawn of a new age. Now, Nightwings, step forward. Please state your names and what it is that you seek whilst crossing the Scribe Gate. One by one, your fellow exiles approach her, now with shortness in their step. If I may. My name is Wolford Sandwood. I long as yet to see an age where freedom is one's birthright, and no longer are good people, such as these, forced to contend for it. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. The knight's never-ending quest for honor shan't end here, yet first he has a noble duty to uphold. Tizo believes that his ancestors are watching over the Nightwings and seeks to live up their legacy. Finally, we step forth once more. You, a common wanderer, who vowed to help her friends be free again, and who managed to come this far with this group. The Gate Guardian observes you for a moment, then motions past the archway toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. I thought you said... Nah, she about to jump them bones. The rites are not yet ended, Tariq. He looks to her, then over to the rest of you. Pardon me, everyone. I shall be there when the stars align. The Gate Guardian and Lone Minstrel remain together as the rest of you depart. Tariq's gonna get some. You have gained the summit of Mount Elodio for the 7th time, the final time in which any one of you shall have a chance to leave the downside. Hey guys, I guess you probably heard the big news, huh? Yeah, I'm going out of business here, I guess. Just hasn't been the same, you know. What with the stars all fading out and stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to say you guys are great. I sure am gonna miss having you guys as customers and all that. But I got some good news though. Too. All my stuff is on sale now, and I will throw a little extra in there just for you, okay? So enjoy. Maybe I'll see you guys around, okay? Henceforth, all of Falcon Run's goods are 5% off. Great. Not as good love story as Plague Knight Rex Mona. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, haha. Dude, you're so creepy. I guess it's good enough, really. I don't really need to buy this. I don't need the Mound of Stardust. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Guess here we go. Commence the final liberation. You have gained the summit of Mount Elodio for the 7th time. Very few stars remain above to light your way as you wait the commencement of the final liberation rite. Lone Minstrel finds you clutching the Book of Rites, seeking there, perhaps, some bit of wisdom that has eluded you thus far. Reader, we may not have a chance to speak again after this. I may have to go. I wish to say that I am grateful for having made your acquaintance, and I shall remember you with fondness. I wish you well this night and always. Go forth with glory. Then he looks up, and he extends his hand in friendship. You clasp it. You see Sir Gilman has joined you. All your companions are there with him, in fact. Master Reader, it has been this night's greatest honor to have served with you. Let this be our most glorious stand yet. It is strange for me to say, given the circumstances of our meeting, Reader, but it has truly been a pleasure. Onward now. Let us achieve our plan. Tizo wants you to know he has the utmost faith in you. You look upon your fellow exiles, your companions, with whom you have withstood the downside, and with whom you shall now conduct this final rite. Begging your pardon, but my time has come. We shall see each other soon. He departs. After this night, the outcome of Wolfred's plan, the plan that of which you have all been a part, shall be decided, one way or another. I mean, it has a 93% success chance, right? I don't think the 7% chance... This isn't XCOM. It's not going to make that much of a difference. If I had a 93% chance of a shot on XCOM, though, I'd probably miss. For now, all you can do is strive to prevail against your final adversaries so that one last companion may go free. You rise to join your fellow exiles as the last remaining stars ignite. We have to keep going until we are free. Dude, Plague Knight X Mona. Man, that shit was good. It was so adorable. I love some of the fan art of those two together. It's fantastic too.
Look, for one last time, upon the fall of Solium, dear reader. Hear me, for one last time.
Okay.
For soon, the few remaining stars shall fade away, leaving you stranded there for your remaining days in that forsaken land where you deserve to be. The rabble that you roused here in the Commonwealth shall be put down. The exiles whom you liberated, all shall fall in line. But first, let us get on with this last liberation rite. You face none other than yourselves. Each so unlike the glorious night.
Mirror match.
Tis a shame that one of you shall soon be free, for you deserve each other.
Fires burn, and each of the drummers is present and prepared. Before the lone minstrel can concur as per the custom. Not another word. Demon Orlek slowly raises his clawed fingers to his mask. False night wings have arrived at last. Long have I awaited this. My freedom once was stolen from me. Then I was cheated of it here upon this mountaintop. You may now attempt to take it from me once more. I almost feel kind of bad about, like, screwing this guy over, but I'm gonna screw this guy over. He stands there for a moment, silent, then Orlek dons his mask and stands prepared. May these damn rites cease forever for the misery which they caused. Nightwings, we shall not meet again after night, for the cycle of the rites is all but ended. Thus, I would have your decision. On whose behalf shall you conduct this final liberation rite? The one whom you anoint, or else the exile Orlek shall be returned. Godspeed, reader. You know what is at stake better than I. I have utmost faith in you to make the best decision and conduct the rite with glory. Nightwings, the star's remaining light grows dim. Your decision, please. And this is where we subvert all expectations and send off Tizo. It's time now to choose who, if anyone, among you shall go free this one last time. The rest of you shall remain in the downside to the end of your days. One by one, you meet the gazes of each of your fellow exiles. Sir Gilman, Wolfred, Tizo. Your fellow exiles, your companions, your friends. Together you have come this far, but now the downside and the rights conspire to tear your group apart and disrupt your plan. Are you prepared to choose this one last time? What if I said no? Wait. Yes, for there's no turning back. With but a glance, you reassure your fellow exiles that you know what to do.
One final opportunity for salvation. Too bad for the rest of you.
Well, here you go with Wolfred.
Wolfred.
Long have I dreamt that I might someday see this plan of ours come to fruition. I promise you that I shall make the most of it if we are to prevail. Your choice is cast. As for your other companions, you sense a clarity of thought and purpose in each of them. Stand ready to support Wolfred, as well as you.
Who shall lend him support?
I don't know, probably the other two people that I have. Tizo is ready to do whatever it takes to see Wolfred regain his freedom this night.
Sir Gilman.
Master Rita, this night is overflowing with resolve to see the goodly Wolfred return to rightful dignity and glory.
The choice is cast.
Those are to be my adversaries, then. And who is it, I wonder, who asserts her will over that group. Since Orlek searching for you, almost reaching out to you. You, the shadow of the false Nightwings. They are nothing to me, but you would relinquish your own liberty for sake of them. Strange? It is fitting, then, that I should have to face one such as you. The Orlek stands at the ready, signaling for his two allies to do the same. By light of dawn, the cycle of the rites shall cease. Let us see if we can finish this ordeal before that time. The sky above begins to shudder. The final liberation rite is about to commence. Tariq. I am prepared, Celeste. Then let our song this evening shake the stars themselves. Ah, Celeste. Let us make sure of it. Oh, here we go, guys. Tizo fumbles with his mask. Tizo recognizes Orlek and greets it tentatively. It's good to see you. Orlek reaches for his mask in turn. How is the horn mended? How's the horn mended? Tizo indicates his horn has not bothered him for a long time now, then thanks to Orlek for it. Good. Full recovery, then. But it is unfortunate to see you standing there with them, Tizo. Come with us. No questions asked. The proposition seems to catch Tizo off guard. Tizo indicates that he will not abandon his friends on their quest. He seems to be pleading for Orlek to stand down, to listen, to not give in to anger. But Orlek shakes his head. He puts his mask back on. This is something I must do, little one. Tizo dons his mask in turn. He chirps nothing more.
Begin. The final chance at liberation will be.
Wait, what? How did that kill Tizo? Oh god, that was the wrong button. I forgot how Sir Gilman worked. Oh god. This is gonna be a tough one. Ugh. Ah! Fuck, man, these guys are good. What? Okay, I definitely hit him with my shit, but it's fine. Whatever, I guess. You were the Raymonds once again. Couldn't simply stand by and do nothing, Orlek. If this is what you did, when last we stood together on the Blast Mountain, I fell. You simply stood, Orlek. What shall it take for you to be convinced I took no part in your betrayal? Orlek seems to consider the question, but only for a moment. Give me my damn freedom. Let me prevail, here and now. You promise to uphold our plan, to bring about a better Commonwealth? No, I make no promises. I owe you nothing. Then I am sorry, Orlek. My love of a country comes before all else. More than your freedom, and our friendship is at stake. Your love be damned, Wilfred. Let us stand as adversaries then. Okay, I guess that didn't hit him. I don't know what just happened there, but I like did a flip, and he just threw it into directly through one of my dudes, and into the pyre. Okay, whatever. Sky rains ash. Sooner shall your pyres unmingle with them. Send the skies to begin to rain down fire. The final throes of the cycle of the rites and the ending of an age. Oh, good. I guess I'm just gonna get like screwed. Wow, they're like really going out of their way to screw me on this map.
Too bad for that one.
Woo! We scored finally! Jesus Christ. This dude's like actually insanely difficult. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess literally the game is trying to make me lose right now. Oh my god. I fucking hit him with my slash and nothing happened. I don't know if I'm gonna win this one actually. It's gonna be real close. All of you shall rot here. You shall rot, as I have. All these many years, you false Nightwings, you would deny me once again my rightful liberty. You who deny that liberty to all the triumvirates you face and vanquish, under the guise of the traditions of this blasted scribes. Come, let us continue this close affair.
How he has changed, that Orlek.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Okay, I guess I'll get stuck on the fucking ground. Oh my god. Really? Really, dude? You were like the slowest character in the game, and you just fucking charged down like the fastest character in the game. Oh my god, I hit the jump button! Fuck this game! I hate it. I hate it. Oh, fuck me, I guess. What the fuck? My slash went straight through him! Like, what is... I swear to god, some of the hitboxes in this shit just seem real off. Like, my slash literally went through that dude.
Was a crushing blow against their pyre.
Oh my god, all this dialogue in the middle of this fucking fight, too. So those foul snidewings bear the fangs at last. But that cannot be your finest effort. You think you deserve your freedom more than I? Then fight for it, damn you. Man, I really wish Gilman had more stamina. Oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
Now to the flame.
How did I just get hit? Like, I don't even understand that one. Oh my god. Fuck you. Wow, are you literally just can just leap across the goddamn map? Alright. Dude, I'm getting pissed here. Pyre's flame is now threatening to die out at any moment. Horlek makes a sound like laughter, but says nothing as he purrs one last assault against your side. You know what? If it gets doused, I get it back, right? And if they actually screw me on that mechanic, I will be pissed. What the fuck? Oh. I don't... What is hitting me there? Like, I don't understand. Apparently that guy just has the ability to fucking kill me if I get hit. If I kill him. Which seems a little bit broken, in my opinion. Oh, okay. I guess that didn't hit him. Sure. Oh, I can't believe I got that in. Horlek stands, breathing heavy. Looks back on the thin lick of flame that is his smoldering pyre, before turning his attention back to your triumvirate. Okay, yep, fuck that. Oh my god! Why are you such a pain in the dick? Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go in because I literally cannot stop you. Yeah, fuck you. Bet you weren't expecting that shit, motherfucker. I really like the whole every time I kill that guy, he just kills whoever killed him. And the fact that I can't jump all of a sudden also is really fun. Oh my god, this game is pissing me off. Nah, fuck you. What the flying goddamn fuck? The shit game. Swear fucking god. Yep, you're gonna fucking hit me. And I can't do anything about it. Alright, cool. Fuck you, I'm going in! What? No! How? I hate everything about this. Suck it, bitch! Eat a dick, all of you! I won.
Proved their worth rather convincingly, I must admit.
Whew. That was a close one. Thank God for Volford's regen ability.
And thus, the scribes have chosen.
Praise the scribes, we've done it. You look upon Volfred, for what you expect shall be the last time you see each other. Any moment now, the Shimmerpool shall engulf him. Any moment now, he shall return to glory, and join his agents in the Commonwealth to help achieve his plan. Any moment now, the cycle of the race shall end until at least the dawn of a new age. Any moment now.
And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen.
I think the voice is freaking out.
Oh. Nightwings. Reader. What have you done?
I don't fucking know. What'd I do? Hold, there's something wrong. It's Pyre time upon the fall of Salim. The Shimmerpool has opened, following the liberation rate, and taken in whichever exile prevailed. But now all is still, and the light of the stars above has all but died. So it's a growing fear that it's already too late, and that the Shimmerpool shall not reveal itself again. Oh, well fuck. Orlick approaches, his head bowed. The scribes save the greatest treachery for last. Then something else catches his notice. Wait. A sudden rush of starlight cascades through the stillness of the summit. The Shimmerpool has appeared again, different somehow, but open. Wilfred looks upon it, but does not engulf him, or at least not yet. It seems I was mistaken then. The scribes, this is not the greatest treachery, it is the greatest jest. The Shimmerpool is flung wide open. It seems that all are worthy now of freedom. Orlick strides through the Shimmerpool, but... Halt, Orlick. Orlick glances over at the lone minstrel, almost in surprise. The Shimmerpool has lost most of its strength. You step inside and shall surely drown. Of that I can assure you. He laughs to himself at this. Then we have all been cheated. No, the Shimmerpool is revealed, and one of you may still return as planned. But, as for who returns, someone still shall have to choose. If the last light of the stars is extinguished, and the race shall cease to be. It's the final trial of the scribes. The final trial of the scribes. Then, our confrontation, the liberation rite, all was meaningless? No. The victor of the confrontation is to be the one who make the choice. Among those closest to the scribes. Either anointed or she who anointed them. So then, the choice to make is mine. Is mine to make. My freedom weighed against the readers, is that it? Aye. Shall be either you, the reader, or... Shall be either or... Volfred. Please make your decision quickly, lest it shall be forfeit. I do not know for how much longer the light of the stars shall offer you this gift. A snap decision then. Fine, I have it made. Reader, my girl, this chance at freedom we've been earned, it's yours. Take it now. Make good use of it, for you and all of us. Volfred wishes to give up his freedom, so that you may regain yours. Very well. Reader, madame, the choice which Volfred made, or rather the choice which he gave, it is now yours to make instead. This choice, it may keep bouncing back and forth like this? Absurd. It may, until such time as one of you is willing to accept the burden and the outcome of that choice. That is the trial, and I fear that there's little time remaining now. Reader, if you and your companion are too cordial with each other to accept that freedom, either one of you, then I shall gladly take it. Freedom ought to be more than some flirtatious trifle to exchange. Reader, what is your will? Dude, I don't know, man. This is your chance, and Volfred wished that you should take it. Your intention this night was for him to return to glory, and it shall be done. He earned his rightful freedom long ago, he deserves his justice. I'm kinda... like, he kinda does, though. I feel bad. I think we would choose Orlick, man. Like, he does deserve... yeah, fuck it, Orlick. Your thoughts crystallize, you have chosen Orlick. What? Orlick, do you accept the reader's choice, or shall you make another? No, I shall not make another. I accept the reader's choice. The reader's mercy. Deserve what you can take. The guy direct doesn't deserve shit. Yeah, but he won before and then got like pushed off the mountain by some jackass before he could get in the thing. So really, he should have been gone a long time ago. Then it is done. Besides, they don't really need me on the other side. I like it more here. It's got like, I don't know, stuff. For a moment, it appears to be at peace, and then he is gone. Just as long as you didn't lose a match. Yeah, see, that's the only important thing. Yep, probably should have gotten pushed off a mountain. Look, man, sometimes you just get pushed off a mountain. Like you've never been pushed off a mountain in your life.
By the scribes, no stars remain aloft. The cycle of the rites is finished. The Commonwealth.
So that's our plan has a 93% chance of succeeding. I'm sure Urlek will probably help out, maybe.
Nightwings. The opportunity to gain your freedom from the downside. Was it not enough?
Ooh, pretty. That night, the exile Orlek returned to the Commonwealth. He was to be the last. The stars had faded, and the cycle of the rites had run its course. He found the Commonwealth in great upheaval. Spurred by the efforts of 6 liberated exiles, Wolfred Sanderwell's revolutionary plan had incited the masses. These exiles, in the starless sky, pretended the return of the scribes. The people surged into streets, shoulder to shoulder. Led by the 6 exiles, their voices shook the heavens. The leadership of the Commonwealth panicked. No blood was shed that night, and by dawn, it was over. Really? You had an entire revolution with no blood? You're doing it wrong. Thus, in the 830th year, the Commonwealth had fallen. The new Saharian Union declared its sovereignty in the next year. Among the changes its elected leaders ushered in, they vowed never to cast their people into exile, and they abolished the old Commonwealth decree forbidding literacy. Today, we still remember all of this, and remember the exiles of the downside, whose deeds led to the dawning of our age, whether they returned or not. We did it, guys! There's like people I can click on. I've never click them. All his life, Sir Deluge had fled from one danger only to find himself facing another. He had escaped the war-torn waters of the Sea Dominion, he had escaped the blood border of the Commonwealth, and now he had escaped the rites. After rites had ended, many exiles wrapped up in the ancient test were crestfallen, as their last chances to return homes had vanished, along with the stars above. But Deluge did not mind, for the outcome meant that, at last, there was no burden of responsibility weighing down on him. Having heard that Sir Gilman had also remained behind, Deluge made a point of avoiding him at all costs. Nonetheless, they ran into each other once, riding the cold current of the Sea of Solace. Being was terse and cordial, Deluge ended up apologizing profusely for mistreating his fellow Worm Knight, and that was the end of it. Most of his fellow exiles of the Pyre Hearts yet longed for the waters of the Sea Dominion. Driven as ever by their impulses toward conflict, Deluge settled down. With him remained one of his companions, one Lady Seagrass, who had taken a liking to him for some reason. Reportedly, they disappeared in the waters of the Worm Gulf, which may begin to explain the significant increase in worm population observed in the vicinity. Oh yeah. Barker Ashpalls, the puppy of good old Max Badges, never had much interest in returning to the Commonwealth, for he always found his bylaws to be stifling. So when the rites ended, he did not care at first. He soon grew very bored. The rites had given his life a certain sense of structure he had always needed. He missed the raw anticipation of it all. He decided to continue conducting the rites for the thrill of it. He bent some of the rules and replaced some of the objects, but it was close enough. His packmates, the dissidents, proved more than happy to participate, and thus they ran against each other back in Druma Valley. Gradually, other exiles familiar with the rites, as well as those who had not heard of it all, started to take an interest. They ended up giving Barker Ashball some healthy competition. His old feud with Rookie Greentail ceased meaning anything to him, and he forgot all about it amid his new pursuits. Ultimately, even Barker Ashballs, who had led such a directionless existence at that point, found something of a calling through the rites. Whether he took the rites less seriously than any other exile of his time, or more, was oft debated by those who watched him work. Team... what? Who are you talking about? Guy with the mohawk who looks like fucking... I don't know what you're talking about. Throughout her exile, Tamith Thane was motivated by a single will to return to the Commonwealth and extract vengeance on her ancient enemies. When she realized the rites had ended, and that she would never see her mountain home again, she nonetheless remained determined to aid her people however possible. She had gathered a certain information pertaining to the intentions of the Nightwings, who had formed a pact to regroup on the other side after their liberation. Other such reports exposed certain weaknesses in the Commonwealth defenses, and revealed to the higher remnants the opportunity for a risky but potentially impactful strike. As Tamitha could not participate in the assault, she learned what happened well after the outcome. On that night, known as the Scribe's Return, the Commonwealth had fallen. The late Highwing remnants thus prevailed at last, without even having to fight. Soon after the fall of Commonwealth, Tamitha learned that her blood sister Pamitha was an accessory to the successful outcome. Tamitha was very skeptical of this, but as similar reports kept mounting, she soon accepted the prevailing opinion, however grudgingly. Once a messenger imp arrived bearing some sort of message seemingly from Pamitha, however Tamitha turned away. She did not give in to an impulse to forgive. Knowing that the conflict on the other side had ended, Tamitha retreated to the crags of Black Basin and grew ever more distant. Those closest to her surmised that her inability to reconcile with her blood sister was at the heart of this. Though, for her part, Tamitha never once admitted to any such weakness. So I'm pretty sure, like, all these dudes are, like, fucking playable in versus mode or whatever. As the cycle of the raids drew to a close, it grew evident that chance of freedom from the downside had forever slipped from Dalbert and Almer Olbert's grasp. Thus, they and the exiles of the Fate returned to Jormer Valley. There, they struggled to get by, as exiles of the downside tend to do. Some time after the raids had ended, the Old Hearts at last heard the news that the Commonwealth had fallen. This was well after the fact, of course, but it brought old Dalbert great joy. Despite his forthright manner, he had no love for the nation that cast him down, along with his son. Dalbert Oldhart passed peacefully in his sleep before the next new moon. Aww. In his final days, he implored his son to... Sorry about that. In his final days, he employed his son to undertake a pilgrimage to the scribes. Almer never shared his father's view of the scribes, but respected Dalbert's wishes. And so, after a period of mourning, Almer began a new journey. Now a day went by that Almer Oldhart did not think about his father and give thanks to him and speak to him at morning and at night. Would that the stars had shone, for surely Dalbert's would be there among them, smiling down at his son and watching over him and his kin. After the final liberation rites, Lendo refused to believe that the rites had truly ended. He would sit through the night after consecutive night, staring into the blackness of the sky, awaiting any kind of sign that he might gain another chance of freedom. No such sign ever came. His fellow accusers started to express concern for him. Survival had become their top priority once liberty had slipped from their grasp. But Lendl dismissed them as weak fools. He insisted rather forcefully that any evening now, the stars would shine for him again, and mark the way toward his inevitable freedom. He was, of course, mistaken. The others in his triumvirate were left with little choice but to abandon him. After all, the exile known as Lendl the Liar. After that, the exile known as Lendl the Liar was never seen again. However, there have since been sightings of a bedraggled demon who wanders the downside and bears Lendl's cruel countenance, suggesting he yet lives. Once the rites had ended, the imp Tizo had a job to do, quite unlike most exiles trapped out forever in the downside. The lone minstrel asked that he watch over the black wagon, which the Nightwings had used extensively for travel and for shelter all throughout their quest. Tizo obliged, for he knew that wagon, as well as the drive imp inhabitants, perhaps better than anyone. What became of the wagon exactly was never verified, as evidence of Tizo's thorough work. After that, he liked to while away his days with any of his friends, or else with fellow imps. Sandalwood sometimes called for his assistance, and Tizo was always happy to oblige. The two would often reminisce about their times with the lone minstrel. He often chirped about the Reader and the Nightwings, with whom he had built quite a rapport. The Reader understood him perhaps better than anyone. Indeed, Tizo would often express wistful gratitude for all his time with the Nightwings, and their many adventures throughout the land that was always his home. Other than that, Tizo would sometimes help interpret for mercenary imps relaying news from the new Sarhan Union. Despite having gained significant celebrity abroad, he never let it go to his head, and he would go fishing in the Sea of Solace at every single chance he got. After his liberation, Hedwyn was instrumental in the events leading to the fall of the Commonwealth and vital to the outcome of the plan. The peaceful outcome of the scribe's return was attributed to several key factors. One of them was the underlying ambition of the plan itself. Another was Hedwyn's visibility among the people of the streets. Identified to be a liberated exile, he was believed to be Golathian reborn. More importantly, however, was that one of the winged harps of the Highland remnants accompanied him. She was later identified as Fikani Shrang. The bond was symbolic of what was at stake that night, and proved vital to the peace that followed. In all his days as leader of the Saharian Union, Hedwyn often confided in his friend Judario. Despite her intense manner, there was no one whom he trusted more in times when circumspection was required. Hedwyn would often think back about the vow he made at the beginning of his quest for freedom. Although he cherished all the friendships he made, he had pledged to Judario, Ruki, Rita, and the reader of the Nightwings that they might all be freed again together. He had broken that vow, for in the end, not all of them were able to return. A terrible guilt over this darkened his mood for a time. However, the others whom he still knew lifted his spirits, much like he had lifted theirs. All of the Nightwings knew the stakes. While others who stood with the Nightwings were not all able to remain in contact, thus, Hedwyn thought of each of them often, and so, in turn, did they often think of him. After the cycle of rage ceased turning, records of what happened to the Black Wagon of the Nightwings became inconclusive and contradictory. Some accounts suggest that the exiles of the Nightwings, who remained in the downside, continued to make use of the Black Wagon as their place of shelter and their means of travel. However, there's no record of what happened to the wagon's contents, such as the Book of Rites or the Beyonder Crystal, said to be haunted by the apparition Sandra the Unseen. One possibility is that when the lone minstrel took his leave, he took the Beyonder Crystal with him, for he was thus obliged. By this line of reasoning, however, the Black Wagon itself should have been taken also. Others remained skeptical that the Beyonder Crystal ever existed, or rather that the visions that it granted were anything other than the result of active imagination or a fever dream. The bog dwellers of the southern bog offer still another explanation for their familiar binding enchantments. If there existed such an object in which the Sisters of the Arch had been expelled for more than 800 years, the enchantment could have expired along with the light of the stars. An ancient band of killers trained almost from the birth to carry out the mission without fail. What this would have meant for Sandra and the Beyonder is difficult to say for certain, other than it may have meant that they were finally released. Nevertheless, the fate of Sandra and the Beyonder Crystal remain unknown. Yet, those exiles of the Nightwings who claim to have seen this apparition all spoke of her with degrees of reverence or perhaps a little fear. After the cycles of the rites have ceased, Witch Udamild returned to the Flagging Hands region, where she sealed herself within the Pit of Milth. There, even her fellow exiles of the throne allegedly grew unnerved after a time and left her to her vile work. Some time later, the Pit of Milth erupted into flame, so intense was its conflagration that it could be seen all the way from Drummer Valley. Arson was suspected, though the cause was never verified, and many bog dwellers in the region were forced to flee. Tempest blowing from the north finally quenched the flames. When at last the ashes settled and the ground had cooled, the site of the fire was scarred beyond recognition. No trace of Witch Udamild could be found. As for the contents of the Pit of Milth, which notably included profane object thought to be the remains of Yusok, all of it was gone as well. Back in the Saharian Union, Udamild's repeated threats of the return of Yusok were thoroughly investigated and no credence was found to any of her claims. When Manly Tinderstolf realized the rites had ended, and that he no longer could return to the Commonwealth through this ancient means, he was outraged. He cursed the scribe, spewing forth such a slew of blasphemy as to be the very unbecoming of one of his high status and bearing. When at last he claimed himself, he focused all his energies on attempting to find another means of homecoming. He maintained regular contact with his wealthy family on the other side via messenger imps, and used their vast resources to explore other means of escape. Tried using an elaborate pulley system, he attempted to retrofit a flying black wagon with a spear of propulsion, tried an imp raft, a hot air balloon, even prayer. Nothing worked. There was only one way to escape the downside, and now it was gone. Tinderstolf bankrupted his family in these vain attempts. At last, such was his shame that he retreated to the teeming woods of Black Basin to Cinderroot. There he yet wallows, complaining to his comrades of the chastity who still put up with him, either about his own misfortune or the latest news from the other side. Once it became clear that Ignaris that the rites were drawing to a close, he knew that it was time for him and the Tempers to call it quits. But first, he and the Tempers decided to celebrate, and that they did, for many, many nights. The revelry did eventually subside. The exiles parted amicably and went their separate ways. He roamed the downside then, searching for some meaning in his life, sometimes taking odd jobs requiring his brute strength. He never remained alone for very long, and took on many lovers in his time. However, he was sometimes thought about the one that he had called Curly Horns, and what became of her. Though his glory days as the most powerful conductor of the rites had long since passed, he always enjoyed the fearsome reputation he had cultivated at that time. The Worm Knight Sir Gilman had elected to go into exile as penance for his failure to uphold his military obligations to the Commonwealth. To him, earning back his freedom was tantamount to erasing the shameless past. His honor was at stake, more than so than anything. Yet, when it became clear to him that he would not go free again to the rights, he readily accepted the outcome, for he knew, by then, that much more was on the line. He regretted not having a chance to contribute directly to the events that transpired at the Commonwealth, though he was pleased to hear the outcome. The conclusion of the rights and the fall of the Commonwealth made clear to him that his days as a knight had ended. He declared to all those in earshot that he would never fight again. Unless, of course, there was some other extraordinary set of circumstances again requiring him to fight, but he certainly hoped not. He still trained regularly, though never found as skilled and motivating a partner as his fleet-footed friend Rukagito, whom he remembered fondly. He was always grateful for the counsel of the reader, and would regale her over and over about the time they squashed the spawn of the unfathomed villains. He wasted no time dwelling on his days under the leadership of Sir Deluge, his former commander. The other Worm Knights stayed well clear of him. Gilman never did return to his homeland of the Sea Dominion and was content to lead a monastic life on a small residence in the hills. It was just high up enough to make him keep striving to conquer his fear of heights. Other than that, an intense daily training regime and the occasional visit from an old companion was more than enough to keep him optimistic and engaged. He knew by then that honor was not something to be won, but a contract with oneself to be renewed each day. After Ruki Grito earned back his freedom, he returned to a lavish welcome ceremony in the Commonwealth, as was the tendency for liberated exiles. He had everything he could have hoped for, and soon he was well off, surrounded by luxury, and choosing between various exciting opportunities. However, he must have given in to his better judgment, as he did end up siding with Walfrid Sandalwood's revolutionary forces as he promised. On the night of the scribe's return, Greentail was there with many others, inspiring messages. He never looked prouder, the very image of Jomir Medimane himself. When dawn finally came, and it became clear that the Commonwealth that everybody knew would be no more, he realized many new opportunities waited. He began quite a lucrative career for himself, manufacturing and selling replica merchandise inspired by the downside. His main struggle was to meet demand. An aspect of his conscience cautioned him against making light of such a thing, but the money was too good, and soon his family was as well off as he always said. One of his orders of business was to seek out one of his old companions, Pamitha Thane, to whom he took a liking during their quest for freedom. Bonded further over love of drink and supported one another through uncertain times that lay in store. Greentail always did his best to keep in touch with all his many friends and knew that he owed his fortunes to them. He made a special point of staying close with the group of friends he came to know so well during his time with the Nightwings, wherever they were. They shared a special understanding that put even Greentail at a loss for words sometimes. It's Fei! We haven't seen Fei in forever. The Commonwealth had never provided a sense of home for the one they had called Fei the Fair, so she was surprised on her return to be so well treated. She felt uneasy about it, and besides, she knew that she would do her best to fulfill the pledge she had made to her friends. Even she could not have expected the impact she would have on the events that followed, which gave rise to the Saharian Union. Despite not fitting the image of any of the 8 scribes, Fei nonetheless stood out alongside the others amid the teeming masses on the night of the scribe's return. She spoke of the scribes with such conviction and sincerity that the crowd was very moved. After the fall of the Commonwealth, there was renewed interest in the legend of the 8 scribes and many new interpretations of their histories and teachings. Fei found herself at the center of all of this. Her way of speaking continued to compel a growing audience. She swayed many people from the astralist beliefs. Soon, the 8th Word, which had lost favor with the people during the reign of the Commonwealth, sought her out and asked her to formally join, and she did, right away. The Thacracy sect believing that the 8 scribes were more than mortal and the words divine. Through it all, she would wonder how her little friend Tizo had fared. While they were divided now by a great distance, he always remained in her heart. She cited her relationship with Jodario as the single most important in her life. Jodario would always provide for her a circumspect perspective and the wisdom of experience. Fei always was devoted to her faith, but more so to her friends. Many people in the Saharian Union cited that her gentle manner and unwavering conviction helped them brave the changing times with courage and with grace. After liberation, Jodario soon became an icon for the movement that led to the collapse of the Commonwealth and the right of the Saharian Union. Her horns and stern countenance inspired the people to believe that she was Suliam Mur reborn. She became a great, if reluctant, leader. In the uncertain times that followed, Jodario's seasoned expertise often came into play both in matters of security and of state. For instance, she conscripted and trained a team of volunteers in public safety. The community did not know what to make of such a cordial bunch at first, but soon came to value their service. They have stood for the people ever since, and we celebrate their founding day each year. She remained close with Headwind all through this experience, and they supported each other through the struggles many, many times. She kept an eye on Faye, who nonetheless demonstrated a surprising knack to get by on her own, though Jadaria was always willing to provide assistance just in case. She continued training on her own, a regimen that grew stricter with each passing year. There were those who sought to train with her, and she sometimes obliged. There remained one other constant in her life. She would always remember her days among the Nightwings, and with fondness for the most part. After returning to the Commonwealth, the crow known as Big Bertrude promptly returned to the wet climate of her ancestral home in the southern bogs. There, for a time, it appeared that she had distanced herself from any involvement with society, or with the plan of which she was part. We know now that she worked diligently towards the goals outlined by Sandalwood, yet well outside the notice of even those who watched her movements closely. For example, the printed notices spread throughout the streets about the night of the scribe's return were all her doing, yet no one knew until she owned up to it much later. Subsequently, she returned her focus to the sort of work which had preoccupied her for many, many years, both in the downside and in the Commonwealth. And she remotely managed aspects of her business in the downside, ensuring that the exiles who remained there still got a hold of certain valuables. Much of her effort was doubtless due to the influence of Alfred Sandalwood, someone whom she had admired now for decades. Though they were very far apart now, she sought out news as to his whereabouts and often cast enchantments in his favor. She maintained an unlikely kinship with the harp Pyre, whom she had known during their time together on the Nightwings. They each had different strategies for dealing with life's day-to-day annoyances, a subject that they both found vital, if not fascinating, to no end. Bertrude, most of all, kept busy with her work. The inks and notices which she still brewed and manufactured once were grounds enough for a quick sentence into exile. Back then, one thing worse than spreading lies about the Commonwealth through speech was doing so in print. Once exposed, such writings all were burned. Now, the written point of view is to be honored rather than be feared, and Big Bertrude remains one of the time's most notable purveyors of this craft. It is quite likely something you have read in recent times would have been put to parchment by her handiwork. After regaining her freedom, Pamela Thane found herself in a difficult position. Having once betrayed her people of the Highland remnants, she knew that she would not be welcomed in her native home. She did not trust the Commonwealth either. Instead, she found her place among Volfred Sandalwood's agents, who were busy doing their part to fulfill the plan. As turned out, the plan was a success. Pamela Thane stood shoulder to shoulder with her other fellow former exiles, and truly, they were a sight to behold. A disturbing rumor later spread that night the Highland remnants were slated to mount an assault, which, for some reason, never came to pass. Pamela denied any knowledge or involvement. Afterward, Pamela played an active part in negotiating terms between the Highland remnants and the new nation that would become the Saharan Union. Her previous attempt at something of this sort led her to exile. She must have felt some satisfaction to succeed this time around. Someone with whom she kept in contact was the bog dweller called Big Bertrude. They would discuss all sorts of matters long into the night, and sometimes hunt together too. Sometime later, Pamela had an unexpected friend with Ruki Guto, with whom she had spent a fair amount of time while traveling with the Nightwings. Under these new set of circumstances, it turned out the two had more to talk about and rather more in common. They would often put the test which one was able to outdrink the other. It was unclear as to which one of them prevailed in that contest in the end. One day, Pamela received an invitation to return to the Highland Remnants, where she was to be fully pardoned. She held out hope that she might see her blood sister Tamitha there, knowing full well that Tamitha did not regain her freedom. Tamitha did later learn that Pamela was welcomed back by other people. However, she never responded to her blood sister's attempt to contact her. Pamela, in turn, did not expect forgiveness from her at any point. Nonetheless, she kept on trying to reach out. She said to ruffle up her feathers just a bit. Later, when asked, Pamela Thane admitted she felt as though she had no home to call her own. This is during an interview conducted amid an extensive field trip abroad. She had traveled thousands of leagues beyond the borders of the Saharan Union. Pamela continued her journey thus, citing that it reminded her of when she was younger and could fly unfettered. When the cycle of the right ceased turning, Volfred Sandalwood turned toward the starless skies and closed his eyes and prayed. It was all he could do at that stage of his plan. He aspired to assemble with liberated exiles. He aspired to assemble with liberated exiles representing each of the 8 largest ethnic groups composing of the population of the Commonwealth. They would stand together as a vision of the 8 scribes' return, inspiring the masses to embrace an older set of values. From before the Commonwealth had tightened its grip. With the rights ending sooner than expected, this ideal scenario became possible. Sandalwood's own referendum for instance, was now forfeit. The plan did have contingencies. Fortunately, most of those contingencies did not prove necessary. Word reached him. On the night of the scribe's return, his fellow liberated Nightwings stood together, and their voices echoed through the streets. These former exiles, who ought to have disappeared into the ranks of the Commonwealth's own leadership, now stood united with its people, and poured from their homes in solidarity. It was imperative to Sandalwood that the stand against the Commonwealth be peaceful in its nature. An overwhelming show of popular support would be more than enough. Ensuring that this was his priority, and in the end, the result was self-evident. The plan's goal had been achieved. Sandalwood kept busy after that, as much as possible, providing counsel from afar to those who would be at the forefront of the birth of the Saharan Union. Of course, being stranded on the downside meant there was only so much he could do. Resting assured that the future of the nation was in capable hands, he turned his attention to remaining exiles of the downside. They might never return to the new nation, but at least they could experience its triumphs and its struggles in some vicarious way, so he took to his old work, writing and printing. As literacy began to spread again throughout the Saharan Union, so too did exiles of the downside take to it. For his part, Sandalwood helped to teach as many as he could. More than that, he provided the material to read a semi-annual report about the latest events, both in the Saharan Union and the downside. This periodic gave many exiles something to look forward to. One of his allies in all this was the imp Tizo, with whom he traveled all across the downside. Sandalwood often cited Tizo as the wellspring of his own enthusiasm for a brighter future. Such was the creature's spirit. He welcomed the company of the reader of the Nightwings at every opportunity, and counted a trusted friend and a keen editor. He was pleased to hear that his one-time friend, Orlek, had once more become a productive part of his society. They spoke little of their time together. As Wilfred Sandalwood gained more fame throughout his land, for all his sacrifices and his contributions, it is said that he remained steadfast about 2 things. First was that the cause itself ought to remain in focus, the freedom that the people had achieved. It was a gift to be cherished, a set of values that needed to be nurtured. The second point he made was that he himself had little to do with the outcome. He would often praise the exiles of the Nightwings who had stood with him, each in turn, by name. He never forgot any of them. One day, to commemorate his birthday, the people of the Saharan Union unveiled a monument depicting him and the Nightwings as imagined in their prime. While Sandalwood did not learn of it until much later, it is said that he was moved to tears then by the gesture. It has since ensured that those of us with memories more fallible than that of Sandalwood likewise remember the achievements of his fellow former exiles and our cause. With the rate strongly closed, the slug market's revenues fell precipitously, and Falcon Ron was forced to liquidate his assets and close up shop. Yet, as is sometimes the case with those in entrepreneurial learning, this time of hardship led to an epiphany, or at least a sudden change of fortune. One day, Falcon Ron had a run-in with a messenger bearing news from the other side. Ron gave to it one of his remaining trinkets which could not be sold. The following week, the messenger returned to him bearing the tidy sum of wealth in newly minted coinage from the Saharan Union. Falcon Ron cut a long-term deal with the messenger imps then and there. Though his trade remained a gray area from a legal standpoint in the Saharan Union, the newfound fame of the downside caused Falcon Ron's goods to explode in popularity. He later signed an elaborate agreement with Big Bertrudes and found a distribution partner on the other side through Rookie Greentail. His own business had expanded. Especially in the Saharan Union, Falcon Ron's goods are still known for their superior quality, though he assumes no liability for any side effects. In the aftermath of the final liberation rite, Orlek at last returned to his nation, one he had not seen in nearly 2 decades. He scarce recognized it. After all, it was the midst of transformation, a social and cultural upheaval sparked by Wilfred Sandalwood's plan. When Orlek witnessed the people of the Commonwealth standing shoulder to shoulder and chanting together on the night of the scribe's return, he looked on in silence for a time. Then he stepped toward the crowd. A murmur and hush moved through the gathered citizens at the sight of him, for they had never seen someone thus changed by the downside. But then Orlek raised his voice with theirs. They all stood united once again. History would know him as the Demon Doctor, a term of endearment that stuck even after his horns started to recede. Really, their horns go away after they come back? He lent his skill and service throughout the birth of the Saharan Union. The one he had called the Shadow of the False Nightwings was someone whom he thought of often. He knew he owed his freedom to her. Having witnessed the aftermath of Sandalwood's plan, Orlek understood at last what his former companion wanted. Years ago, they conceived a version of this plan. Now Orlek found he wished Sandalwood could be present to witness the reality of it. Alone with his thoughts, Orlek would sometimes visit the memorial to the fallen leaders of the Commonwealth. Though, other than such appearances, and notwithstanding his duties as Master Physician of the State, Orlek led a very private life. Few would have guessed that he once was one of the most accomplished rites conductors in the history of the Nightwings. History, of course, I'm sure we shall never forget. After the cycle of the rites ceased turning, Lone Minstrel bade the remaining Nightwings take the Black Wagon and seek their fortunes elsewhere in the downside. The parting was heartfelt, but brief. He remained there at the summit of Mount Eladio, with Celeste, where the two of them would chronicle the final outcome of the cycle. Neither Tariq nor Celeste were ever seen again. We knew all this now through strong song attributed to them. Some claim these songs originated in the taverns of the Saharan Union, or merely were imbued with weight of folklore. However, exiles liberated from the downside corroborated each other's claims at having met the duo that presided over the liberation rites. Another folktale suggests these minstrels were heralds of the scribes. Having fulfilled their obligations, they departed the world we know and rejoined their patrons. One of their famous songs describes another, simpler outcome, that the two gave up their duties to the rites in favor of life that they could share together. In any case, they are likely to remain the subject of such verses and such songs, for it was they who watched over the rites and ushered in our times. Man, talk about a fucking epilogue. Oh my god, it's still going on. There's one more account, which warrants mention. The Nightwings conducted the rites under the guidance of a reader. Little is known of her other than I'm a badass. However, some accounts of her begin to paint a picture. We know she was of common birth, always directionless and prone to misremembering at times. The journey to the downside left her close to death. It was then that the Nightwings found her. They brought her from the rink. She showed them the path. She pressed onward with the others. She had made a vow to help her friends be free. Thus did the cycle of rites commence its final turns. When the final rite arrived, the reader's freedom was at stake. In the end, however, she remained in exile. From that point on, accounts of her diverge. It said the voice which troubled her she never heard again. Suck it, Fox. Some say she sailed across the Sea of Solace. Though whether that is true, only she knows. Little is known of her other than that she slammed that right shit baby 27-0 undefeated woo. Nightwings, Nightwings, Nightwings. Right. It's actually 26-0, but you know, I'm okay with you adding to my legend. Someday, perhaps, that reader's own star shall emerge. Then it shall pierce the dark of the night in all its brilliant glory. Till such time, and ever after, all of us give thanks. We did it, guys! We did it. We caused a revolution, freed a bunch of people, made some friends, fucking played the shit out of mage basketball. Team Tasty Nightwings. Who's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be like me or something? I don't even know. Okay. There's a bunch of stars in the sky, and for some reason they're making shapes. That's an intro for anyone watching this later on YouTube. Yes. Well, that was a boy, so probably not. It's your players. Look, man. You don't know. I could have short hair. You don't know who I am. You don't know my life. But yeah, I think it's probably the players. They're literally singing about the characters right now. What if I hadn't, like, freed Rookie? Do they have slightly different songs for depending on who they freed? Because that'd be like a lot of work and kind of hilarious. That's just like, doesn't even look like Rookie. That just looks like a straight dog. Wonder if the song changes depending on who you said him. That's what I said. That's what I was thinking. Oh, look at Feifei. Yeah, apparently everyone, like every other YouTuber, names her Bae, which I can understand. How many players did we have? Like 9? Something like that. Because we liberated 6. And we had 3 left. I guess they do actually have different versions of this song for literally... So there's 81 possible songs that they do change? I guess. Jesus fucking Christ. This is why this game had a 1 gig update today? Were they adding all the other different versions of songs and this shit? The only person that actually talked was the voice. Everyone else just made like weird nonsense sounds. Well, they need like 2 versions for each character. So if there's 9 characters, so it'd be like 2 to the 9th, wouldn't it? What's 2 times 9 times, or 2 times 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 2? Yeah, you know what I mean. Two times 2 times 2 times 2. I already lost how many 2s that was. Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I don't know. No, it wouldn't be. Actually, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably 18 because I think I don't think they rewrote. If they rewrote the song individually, each time it'd be like up in the nearly 3,000 different combinations. However, I think what they did is they probably just did a 2 different verses for each, which would be 18 total, and then just overlapped the verses into the song instead of doing just one song for each different combination. Is what I'm guessing that they did. If you know what I mean. There's actually a lot more left of this game than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 512. Yeah. That was close. So it's either 512 versions or 18 versions. I'm guessing 18. Because I think what they probably did was just write 2 different verses, and then depending on who they put in, who escaped, they just probably put that verse into the credits instead of actually. They probably did the song piecemeal, is what I mean, during the credits instead of just actually writing 512 different versions of the song. Would be my guess. Yay, guys, we saved books. So by that logic, we saved science. Look, man, only me and Seth save science. Press escape to go back. Here we go. Brings you back to the menu. Alright, well, I guess that's the game. Let's check out versus mode. I just wanted to see all the different fucking characters that you can play as in versus mode. Apparently it only has does not have online versus mode, just offline, just like same computer. Oh my god, shut up, dude. I don't care.
Welcome.
So you can see they have like
Who shall conduct the rites?
all kinds of different fucking characters here. Like all the characters from... Why do some of these people have more masters? I wonder what determines their enlightenment. Warlock. Dude, you can play as a messenger imp. They have like the same abilities as the characters that you have, apparently. Well, hers are a little bit different, it looks like. Maybe. And then you got all the characters that you have, and then the leaders of each triumvirate.
Your decision.
Yo, fuck off. Alright. We're done. That was Pyre, everybody. That was a fun game. I enjoyed it. All that magic basketball shit. I'm gonna get some water, grab a snack real quick, and I will BRBs. And then we will play some Dread Out. So, I'll be right back.